Check out from understand from
Yeah. Man. Gang, lady.
Paid a recruitment campaign throughout the box and got recruits.
Although they also got
You know, I'm coming for you, bro, innit?
I ain't a big man.
You're coming up soon, mate.
Generally speaking, the Muslim.
Hopefully.
Generally speaking,
They did the same thing what the
if you
Germans
want to be
did.
balanced, if you want to be balanced about this issue, the Muslim, what the hell? The Muslim world largely rejected the Nazis. These guys were the victims of a campaign, a recruitment campaign. But the Nazis and the Italians poured big money into recruiting.
Well, I think there's room for debate there. A lot of
The reason why we say the Germans and the Italians are the worst because they have been defeated. The other ones haven't been defeated. But really, who is worse is another question.
A lot of communities were trying to get their
No,
own
the
independence.
Go on. Hey, big up Crabs, yeah? Come on, spud. What do you want to say, man?
It's all madness, you know, it's all madness.
Go on.
Do you know what? But you know, like, it's stuff you can't say on the fence say. You have to be careful because of jobs, careers, it's all
You put money
madness.
into a campaign, you're going to get some.
It's madness.
So that's cool, bro. I got one of my brethrens over here. He's trying to hide from the camera, yeah? Yeah. Big man Pat, you get me? Come on. He's a G out here, you know. Come to drop something little. Hot pepper sauce Pat, we're going to call him there.
What are you going to call me?
Pepper sauce Pat. Yeah, cause he drops pepper sauce on, man. You get me? Yeah, Ric Flair drip go, woo, what a bitch. So what you saying? You got any more pepper sauce that you want to drop on, man?
I just watched a video. From last night.
Yeah.
Look at the links. Make your own mind up.
Yeah.
Make your own mind up. Do your own research.
That. Man like Pepper Pat, you know. Come on. That's what. Hey, big up Black Ice TV, Mr. Lee, Fernandez Cartel, Tam Wami.
It's good. I know.
Yeah. Big up Pat though, man. Yeah. When you're ready though, yeah. Raj is over there, right in the light.
Listen, what I've got to say for Raj. Raj, at the end of the day, is facilitating fascism into this park.
Big up Anwar Tamwi. Guys, so carry on, bro.
That's my point.
You're making Raj famous.
I'm not trying to. I'm
Making Raj famous.
It's not about Raj. It's not about. It's about the company man don't know he's keeping.
Oh, does he?
He knows where he's keeping.
Exactly. I agree.
Big up Mr. Riggs, yeah. Come on, my G.
He knows where he's keeping.
That's the point. So Raj is a minor player in all this. Let's look at the senior players. Exactly.
Raj is a pawn in a bigger game.
He's a minor player.
You earned that there, man. What are you saying, cuz? What are you saying? What, you don't want to fight Mohammed Hijab no more, nah?
Of course. He ain't ready for me.
He's giving man MMA challenges on YouTube
He
and all
still
that.
ain't getting no response, so.
No response. He said he's loud all that now though still. He's saying you want to pull him out of retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one more great effort fight.
Oh,
Christian
man.
versus Muslim.
Oh, Christian versus Muslim, yeah.
Who's stronger, Jesus
Hey.
or Muhammad?
Hey, Pat. Yo, Pat. Hey, Pat, put your phone away, cuz. Are you behind the Crimes of Britain website? Is that your website?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, no, people were just asking if that's your website. Yeah, Crimes of Britain is a website, yeah, that people could check out.
It's a website, social media thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at it still, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, man.
So I'll be watching speakers we want to know. Do you know signal?
Yeah,
Super slapped him, he's already.
yeah.
That's us, man. You need to reverse the camera, man.
And then he was just going like
Reverse the
that.
camera, man.
There about an hour or two.
Yo, hold tight, man, like Ezra, though.
And then I see those guys around the park anyway. Lots of
With the flash.
and then stuff like that. What's called like a thing of him? Like he just did like what said or something.
Hey. Come on. Hey, big up Pat. Do you know why though? Yeah, it's like fucking. It means we can actually see you now. But what are you saying, though, my G? Yeah, big up the Crimes of Britain website though. Yeah, we love that still. Man, like Pepper Sauce Pat though. Yeah, old tight young. Hey, get out of the way, man. This is serious business right now, fam. You get me? Yeah, man. Old tight Birmingham strong. Yeah, come on.
Hold tight, young Abdi.
Yeah, big up young Abdi, man. Still looking for a wife?
Yeah, man. His
Yeah.
wife there, bro.
Yeah. What kind of?
Anything, but man, not discriminate. I'm free to anything.
Yeah.
Your mum had to bring your mum, bro.
Yeah. Not my mum though. Yeah. Hey, yeah, Pat's escaping still, man. We're gonna run up on other people, man. We're gonna run up on this debate, yeah?
Let him finish.
Yeah, he ducked out still, man. I'll catch him in a sec.
Okay, come on.
Abdi's a desperate camera. Done though.
I'll still take your money waste, man.
Yeah, we run up on Pat in a sec still, man. He's having a private convo right now still.
Nation called Cain. Then Christianity
Well, wait a minute.
was a fascist
We
religion.
run up on Pat in a sec still. What I'm gonna do, yeah?
Then Muslim
I'm gonna run up on Raj, yeah?
Then
I'm gonna run up on Raj, yeah? And then he's gonna run up on Pat.
Alright, listen.
We're gonna have this debate today.
Bro, you let him talk, you know. So basically, yeah, the only source for Moses is the biblical scriptures. Okay.
no, and he's
So because there's no picture of him, you're right.
and history as well.
No way, bro.
So he's not in the Quran, no?
Yeah, what's that? The other one finished now, yeah? Alright.
Abrahamic sources.
Where's Raj at?
But that's not what I meant. Because I thought you
Yo. Well, go on. Where's Raj gone? He ducked. He bounced, yeah? Oh, mate. I was trying to get run up on Raj. Get me, car. We got Pat. We got pepper sauce Pat over here. You get me as well. Yeah. Alright, say nothing, yeah. Big up Args, yeah. Big up Rizal.
Oh my.
Alright, coming in. Go on, what do you want to do?
Alright, cool. Where the wives? Where the wives?
Yeah, it's too close. You're too close. Go on, stay there. Go on. Now, what do you want to say then?
All the niggas out there, just know you're wet and I'll take your girl. 100%.
Wow. That's it, yeah?
That's it, bro.
That's all.
Right.
You waste my blood clot time, man. The fuck's wrong with this brother? Yo, alright. You're there, yeah? Alright, we're gonna go back to hey, big up pepper sauce Pat, yeah? Raj just run off still.
Exactly.
Sorry. This gentleman has made a statement which is false, that we don't understand hieroglyphics. We do understand hieroglyphics.
Do you want facts? I'm going to give you facts.
Rosetta Stone.
There's a fact.
Yeah, he said, Abdi ain't taking no girls.
Too right, man. Too right.
There's a fact that you can't read hieroglyphics. You still don't know how the pyramids are built.
Yes, we do.
How?
Yes, we do.
How are they built?
I'll tell you how they were built. You put one stone and you put another one on top. And then
Do you know how heavy those stones are? Do you know how heavy those stones are? Do you know how big they are? And you can put one on top of the other, like it's not.
Anyway,
So how are they
you
built?
cannot get away from the fact
it was a Moses.
all the fascists are related to Moses, including Hitler and Mussolini.
That's a unique perspective.
It's stupidity.
It's crazy. The land these guys. Jadon.
So,
Your claim is there's no hieroglyphics. My claim is translated.
No, man, the
hieroglyphics are understood.
No one can know.
Hieroglyphics are understood. Look, sir, you can go to the British Museum, you can go and look at the Rosetta Stone. Okay? The Rosetta Stone was the breakthrough. Now people can go through Egyptians could go through the burial grounds and they can read the hieroglyphics off the wall. Hieroglyphics are not, and we understand the development and the history. There were ancient hieroglyphics with a limited grammar and vocabulary. Hieroglyphics is not a mystery anymore. They can be read.
Bro, look at Deadpool. Where the
Do yourself a favor. Let you go.
Okay. Back to his point.
You could do yourself a favor. Go to the British Museum and you can see it.
Okay, back to his point.
Slap the thumbs up or I'm going to slap the young man back on.
Please repeat it then.
Well, there are no sources to tell us who actually built the pyramids. And there are no.
We know they were
They were saying no more young man.
No. You know what happened to the people who that's
What's the problem? As long as you're not sexual predator.
Hell no, nigga.
people who built the went on
That's the sexual predator. Come on, man.
and only free men can go on strike. And they went on strike because the food was
The unions back then were terrible. They had
right?
crack
And we know that because we're able to read
say
the
that?
because
Can you hear what the debate is?
strike.
we went on strike.
Do you know that Egypt was a conquering army?
Up to
They
last
were
night.
on the television commissioned by people
journalists.
over there.
By journalists.
By your people. Okay? By your people.
So where do you get your information from?
Where do I get my information from?
Which is supposedly correct.
Where do I get my information from? The same place where you don't get yours.
Well, that's not an answer. That's not an answer.
You get, yes,
That's
it
not an
is.
answer.
It is. Where you don't get your
this,
information
where is
from.
this completely perfect
you
source
get-
of
you get
information
your-
which
probably-
we don't know
You probably
about?
think that the Egyptians are white. Going by
I never said the
today's
Egyptians were
standards.
white.
Going
How would
by
I say
today's
that?
standards, you think they're white. Going by today's standards.
No, I've read. Have you read Black Athena? Have you read Black Athena?
No, I'm not. Am I getting this book?
Not yet.
I've read Black Athena. Have you read Black Athena? Have you read the book called Black Athena? No, you haven't.
So wait. So the Egyptians were black, yeah?
Of course they were.
Black.
Of course they were.
One of the
And
world's
they got blacker as you went south into Nubia. Okay? So don't call me a racist in front of my face.
You didn't say that.
Well, you said it. It's the equivalent.
No, you didn't say that.
Because you're white, you think
Hey, both of you
Did I say that?
cards.
that's
No,
what you...
I said you
Alright,
don't
well, put your cards away. Put your cards away.
Because I'm white.
I didn't say that. No,
I know the way you think.
because when I watch a Hollywood film, I see
The Hollywood
in
film.
Egyptian they have white people as their gods. So wait a minute, is that
I kept asking you, have you read Black Athena? Go and read Black Athena.
is one of the kings of Egypt? Is the pharaoh? Is the
No,
nation?
I'm talking about like other films like Scorpion King and the Mummy. Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson played the Scorpion King. Yeah, he's half black. No, he's half black. He's half black.
Yeah, but remember, Hollywood films are not history.
I know.
They're not documentaries. They're entertainment. If you want to read a very intriguing perspective on ancient Egypt, when he published it, it was controversial. Very, very interesting, right? And he looks at the connection between the Nubian southern provinces of Egypt and the north. And he says the huge interchange and the southern
Raj escaped, man.
connection to Nubia is often written out by
Pyramids are not that made.
historians.
How were they made then?
Because they wanted to see the connection between Egypt and Greece. You know, Antony and Cleopatra. So very interesting books.
Yeah, back to what I was saying. So that's my mum had to answer it.
Expect mummy.
Yeah, mommy has to be answered. Go on.
The mummy, eh? The mummy's after you.
Come on, I'm not
No,
going to
I was
disrespect my
making a
mum.
joke on the mummy. The mummy and the pyramid, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, man. Pepper sauce pat.
When you look at certain things,
You already dropped the sauce
they
on
would
that.
white out Egypt to the point where you wouldn't even think black people existed. You know,
I
that's
would agree
where
with you.
I was coming from.
Right.
But I never called you racist. I'm sorry if you ever felt that. I was suggesting that. I didn't.
So let me agree with you and let's pass on that. Yes, it was the case. I've just made the point. There is a book called Black Athena, written by an African-American anthropologist. 2 volumes. When it was published, I believe in the 80s and 90s, it was controversial because what he did was he showed a direct link between the southern Egyptian provinces called Nubia and the north. And yes, the European historians of Egypt, starting with the French, Napoleon and all the rest of that, they wanted to make a clear link between ancient Egypt and Greece.
There's no evidence that the
Cleopatra.
pyramids were built by a man.
So basically they discounted the connection with the Nubian Black Africa.
Apart from them being built by men.
Black Athena brings that up. It's a book worth reading.
And the people painting their faces all over.
The guy who made the claim's gone now. Kicked out.
It's a good read. It's an interesting read.
So he claimed that Moses didn't exist because you only have it in biblical text. What's your counter argument to that? What's the evidence that he did?
Well, there is none.
You're saying there is. Why
Well,
you
there
say
is
there's
none.
none?
Well, there is none.
But there are sources in the Bible.
There's no grave. There's no monuments to Moses. There's not even Moses is a Jew.
It's not on the king's list.
Where is the grave of the king? Where is the grave of King Arthur?
Well, again, a mythical figure. The legends of
Don't worry,
Arthur
Richard, man.
were,
She's just hating, man.
created in the
Don't worry,
19th
dude,
century.
Let's have a nice cup of hot chocolate. And know that it was a black man that built, or black people that built the pyramids.
You can't find the graves.
Well, I've just done that. I mean, you know, I'm basically saying that the evidence for King Arthur is quite a strong for Moses. There's lots of stories. There's a beautiful myth, but when it comes to, you know, where was he?
Right, so, when you say a myth,
you know, some people say he was Welsh, some people say he was Cornish, some people say he buried at Glastonbury.
Sophia Phillips?
No.
You don't know? No. I know that it's a comment.
It comes in it. Royal family.
I don't think so. I think it's from like Canada or something.
TNT Greek is that
skeptical
Wolfman in it.
Sorry, class.
Yeah.
Wolfman, yeah, I find that.
You're baiting him up on camera still.
No, because it makes sense of his argument. Because he's saying, well, Moses does exist, because that's part of his religion. If he kind of says Moses doesn't exist, that would be him disproving his own religion. So.
Yeah, but you can be a Christian without Moses.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Christian without believing in Moses. That's like you're detaching. You're basically detaching the Old Testament.
Jesus, according to most Orthodox Christianity, Jesus completed the law, and he introduced a new law, which was love thy neighbour as thyself. Moses was all about eye for an eye.
You know why your name's academic reaching,
from
man?
Egypt to Israel.
Mr. Know-it-all.
No, but the argument
is
you want to disprove Moses, but who led them from one place to another? No, but the original argument was Moses. Who led? Wait, I mean, ask the question. Who led them from Egypt to Moses?
He was led by the God, well, what Christians would call God.
The story.
Who led the Egyptian? Who led the Israelites from Egypt to Jerusalem? Who led them there? How did they get there?
We don't know.
There you go. It's now we have a point. Now let's go back to the claim of mystery.
It's probably unsafe as a Christian to look for some verification or justification of your faith in a mythical figure.
How did they get there?
How do you know?
How did they get to Israel?
Because the evidence. Because the
No,
Big up man like Pepper Sauce Pat, yeah?
as a man said earlier on,
He's a bad man.
Abrahamic stories.
Pepper Sauce Pat the Lil.
Family, we don't have a grave. We don't have a monument. I mean, it was Moses.
But we can say that about a lot of ancestors.
If Moses was such a great
lot of historical
leader,
He's a bit camera shy still.
if Moses was the central figure in Judaism, there should be monuments all over.
How can we prove like some? How can we prove Hannibal exists? How can we prove Hannibal exists? There's no grave of Hannibal.
No, there isn't. But we have Roman. We have Roman.
No, Hannibal's not from Hannibal's from Libya.
Exactly.
What we have are records of the battle from both sides. From Hannibal's side, we have the record of his journey across the Alps. We have the description of all the animals, the elephants, and all the rest of that. And we have histories of we have renditions of that of the countries that he
Where's your proof that you
On the
asked
inscriptions of the Golden
Where's
Calf
your
in
proof?
the Arabian Peninsula, there are inscriptions of the Golden Calf we've actually found on rocks. And the Golden Calf that came
from where?
from Moses. The Golden Calf was
Our Kalam come up in the mix now.
I'm not aware of that, but I would have thought that
What you been saying, man? This is a dull argument, man. Everyone knows the Egyptians were black. And Moses is a Moses is a tell.
Moses was telling him not to
Yeah. Swap. One to stay at this one, two to move. We're gonna have a vote. Majority wins.
How did they get there? How did they get from one place to another? That's what I'm trying to bring. How did the people of Israel get there in Jerusalem? How did they get there?
You alright, bro?
If
How you
this is a
doing?
mythical story,
Hey,
how
you
come
left me
there's
hanging, man.
descendants?
Left me hanging, man. Look at that. Man like Carlo, you know? Yeah. Come on.
They couldn't.
Yeah, two. Yeah. All right, everyone's saying well, mostly twos. No ones. Damn, this conversation must be dead. Shit. All right, let me run up on Kalam, innit? You know he loves the camera, innit? Oh fuck! You know what he's talking about? He's talking about the pyramids.
Yo, what's going on, G? You good?
Right, yeah.
My boy Big Ahmed.
How you doing, bro?
But there's other little things. So why is Sarah and if there's some cohesion?
Lost in communication.
It's lost in communication, but Sarah's not exactly like hardcore Kemet like that. He deals with African philosophy, which comes under like, as family members, we're all Kemet, right? But in intricacies, it's not exactly the same thing. And he has no love for Abrahamic religions, right? Because he's coming from a Christian paradigm and he's seen what Christianity has done to these people and religion has done to these people.
Hey, big up man like
I know you're not going to disagree, but from
you
his
get me?
own
That's my G.
that's what he's seeing.
Yeah, I know,
So
bro.
he's kind of
Pyramids
anti
again.
Abrahamic religions, and he's more in tune with the African side of things.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to denigrate it.
Hey, Kalam,
Boy.
one of the listeners, Dawn Rushton, said that the pyramids were not built by man.
The pyramids were not built by man.
Computer graphics.
I don't know about that. I'll keep quiet on that one.
No, but obviously, that's the question, isn't it? They're saying, are the pyramids built by man? That's a yes or no.
Built by women.
So yeah, of course, the pyramids were actually built by humans or human hands, and so forth. Like you have structures, tombs, temples that shows the construction of pyramids and other monuments. So yeah, human beings built, constructed, planned, architected the pyramids. Yeah.
Gabs ain't even here, you know.
He says, ask Kalam if he's a Freemason.
You already know Kalam.
We already know.
Kalam's slowly, soon he's going to pull out the membership card. One day he'll pull out the membership card. Oh yeah, I'm slowly getting him to pull it out. So.
It's cool, bro. It's cool. You know, walk with me. You ready to walk? Yeah. Let's go on the walk.
Yeah, come on, man. Let's go on the walk.
Let's go on the walk. You know.
Walk in the,
you know what they say? Yeah.
Walk in the park.
To be one, ask one.
Come on.
You know?
Yeah, man. So what you saying? What you saying? Well, you gonna go on a run up walk? Yeah. You wanna run up on it?
I don't think there's anybody that's on levels out here, you know.
Have you seen? Hey, bruv. Hey, Kalam.
Yeah.
Have you seen Pat O'Donnell's YouTube channel?
Pat O'Donnell.
No. I think you need to have a look at that, bro.
Okay. What's that?
He's dropping some receipts on some of Tommy Robinson and Raj and even Kalam Robinson's brethren still.
That's a Kalam Robinson. See me, I don't get ready to get into too much with personality and personality worship.
Yeah. I know, Faz. I'm rubbing it.
You know, people tell me, this person, like, let's talk about some ideas. No, let's talk about this person. Let's talk about ideas. Let's talk about this person. I'm like, yo, guess what? People can die, but ideas can continue and live on way longer than human beings can. So let's talk about ideas.
It's Pat O'Donnell, man. Pat's channel's Pat O'Donnell.
Pat O'Donnell.
Pat O'Donnell. He should change his name to Pepper Sauce Pat O'Donnell.
Pepper sauce. I like that.
Trust me.
I like that. All right, let's see if we can pull some.
See if we can pull some drama.
Let's go.
Hi.
Watch out when the Muslims boycott Kalam. They're not going to speak to Kalam.
It's wrong. That's wrong.
So you can't have Irish.
That's wrong.
That's my point, though. That's my point. Every time he
He just said it's wrong. He just said he's wrong.
I'm joking, though. The camera's here, so we're just trying to cause some drama. But I don't know what you know is talking about.
You see what he does?
I know there's going to be another side. I want to hear the other side for the man. Cool.
Let's get it. All right, this is going to get interesting.
I want to say what the Shias obviously don't believe that. What I'm saying is they obviously don't believe that. So when man them put forward their point, it's good for the man them to put what they actually believe as well. Because when man doesn't do that, what it feels like is you're being deceived.
Man. She's just
trying to give you half a truth. And then when I do find out the other side, I think that you're the liar.
Because I'm thinking that you're trying to deceive me and only
Can't
give me
have
half
the hat.
That's the thing. If I bring everything from their books, if I bring everything from their books, I'm talking page, by the sentence, by everything, regarding everything. I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
I'm talking
you need, bro.
I'm talking
You only
about
need the truth.
shirk.
You don't need a million videos to tell the truth.
Insult of Ahlul Bayt.
But I don't
I'm
need to know, you
talking
know.
about like where the actual Ahlul Bayt brings the Sahaba. And then there's
Sure, what were you saying? Yeah, live thing, still.
What you saying about shirt?
Yeah, man.
What about shirt?
Hey, what are you saying? What should we do? Should we do the Modine show? Press 1 for the Modine show. Press 1 for the Modine show. Yeah. Press 2 to carry on with this debate.
Even though you brought that, even though you brought that.
Press 1 for the Modine show. Press 2 to carry on with this debate. And the man's in the building, you know. Look at who that. Look at who that. Oh, man.
Hey, look, all I'm trying to say is
Go. What was you gonna say? What was you gonna say?
I'm just
What you
trying to
telling me?
say, like, it's all, everyone needs to keep good.
Hey, you know what? You know who you look like? You're looking like a Frank Butcher.
Head down, fam.
Yeah, trust me. Were you selling cars?
Nah, listen, what I'm saying though is, yeah.
You got any cars for sale, son? Hey?
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. What I'm saying is, you man, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Everyone wants a Q&A with Modine.
Yeah, what's your questions though? I need to answer some questions.
Start rolling up the questions, cuz. The first one was, are you selling cars?
Nah, she. My guy's selling. Are you selling?
Second one was, where's Pat Butcher?
Pat Butcher got butchered, fam. Why listen by ISIS and the man? Oh look, what is this thing?
We can provide evidence that talks about.
They wanted to question you.
We can bring verses that talk
They're asking mad questions.
Bro, the guy who
No questions, yeah, that's dry snitch.
Oh yes, Mr. Laney. Mr. Laney. Do you know like
Where's Isa?
Mr. Laney authentic?
Delaney? Honest to myself, this is a standard thing, bro.
Al-Kafi, is it authentic?
No. It's a consensus that all of Al-Kafi is not authentic. We don't have Sahih Al-Kafi and Sahih this.
Okay. So,
See what I'm saying?
No, wait.
We're Muslims, man.
Wait.
The Quran is the only thing that's Sahih.
No, wait.
You get what I'm saying? I told you something might
No, bro, in general.
So I did say that.
At first you said,
No, wait.
No, you said the man in the cage.
Can I say my point?
We got the light. You recording, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring that.
Do you agree that amongst the Shia, they will say that this Kafi, the Khulaini, along with other books, have been presented to Al-Mahdi, Ali bin Hassan al-Askari?
Rob, it's too late for your questions, man. Modine's missing now, man.
This is sufficient.
We're getting back in about 10 minutes.
Now, do you have scholars amongst the Shia, top scholars, that said that this...
Forget top scholars.
I say top because they call them major scholars. Because this is the thing, when it comes to Shia,
I'm dealing with Islam and the Quran, so when you...
Wait. Because when it comes to Shia, you have to understand. He says black tattoo, yeah? They will say Ayatollah, they will say Ni'matullah, and all of these, they give themselves the big names. You understand? So they say...
Hey, Jessica Kennedy.
That's what I'm saying. This is
Really, come over here, brother. Isa, the great black intellectual Muslim.
Oh, get it.
Get it. So like
Sorry, man.
like the rest of the Shia, that was
Kai, you can open your eyes again, my brother.
No, that's only in relation to
You
you.
can take off your guard.
Now, those scholars, they came.
You can take your guard off, Kai.
Let's shout 1-1 real quick.
Shout out 1-1, yeah?
So,
Come
do we
on.
take your word or do we take their word?
Do you take... They're not here to talk.
Speakers
are they?
calling
but
UK
they
Robs
have
up
their
in the
books.
building.
And
I
they
want you to pay
say,
attention.
Al-Kafi,
I want you to pay
according to them, is
attention.
authentic.
I want you to pay attention. On Yom Qiyamah, I can't point to them and say they said. I have to account for my own studies,
shooting cars, man.
my intellect, and what came before me, right? And I'm saying, I am not a scholar. I've not gone and studied Arabic and all these different sciences, and I annihilate your religion. So it must be garbage. I don't need to go to these scholars and all of these things. His whole religion of Sunnism, absolute. Bro, you got to annihilate with the Quran to forget that. Is the throne on the water? Is the throne on the water?
So are you saying now you don't take nothing
Do you remember
from
that,
the
bro?
Shia books?
The throne was on the water,
Are
yeah?
you throwing all the Shia books under the bus then?
What do you mean, all the, brother? Any statements which disagree with the Quran, whether it's yours or anyone else's,
Throw it against the wall.
So not Shia books, you don't accept any Shia books, even though they're the same
The
ones on
day
the
after,
bus.
I said, bro, I don't ever think they're going to get
You have to
unblocked.
understand.
The next day, you got unblocked.
Wait. How do you get what the Mahsoum said? How do you get the Mahsoum and Ahlul Bayt and all the stuff that they said? How do you get it?
how I get through the hadith.
Gotta do the migraine sketch.
So you accepted them.
Not all.
Listen,
it doesn't matter. You don't accept all.
It's not that all. You asked the criteria, but you gave the criteria. So he said you accept. Okay, wait. Okay, let me be specific. Let me be specific. Which books of hadith of Ahlul Bayt do you accept? Which books of
I personally
Yeah, man. Alright, pick up one again, yeah? Come on.
It's a collection.
Why,
It's a
man?
massive collection. So I have.
Bro, you know what? Yeah, you must have got blocked straight away, cuz, because man unblocked everyone on the
I'm
list.
saying to you, I personally look at hadiths individually, and I decide when I go through it myself,
Like Raspect
whether it's
here now,
authentic
still,
or not, with my own system, with my own criteria, which I've got from the Quran. It has worked in regards to physics, chemistry, sociology, the criteria from the Quran. Do you understand? Every subject. So I'm saying when I use this criteria on hadith, it's so easy. For instance, where's Brother Raspect? Is he here?
He said the mujtihad.
Okay. So here we
Why,
go.
man? You started
Here's a
fucking
perfect
up.
example. Our Brother Raspect has mentioned on several occasions that the Sunni, as the Sunnis quote it, the 73 sects hadith. That the Prophet, peace be upon him, drew a line in the sand and several lines off it, and then said the Jews split into 71 sects, one was saved. The Christians 72, one was saved. My Ummah was split into 73, only one will be saved. And that the companions allegedly said, which one is that? And the Prophet allegedly said, the one which me and my companions are on today. The question is, who was he talking to? He would have said the one which we are on. So we know that Sunnis made this up, again, as like the other hadith, they made this up to what? Try and attribute guidance to be gained from the understanding of the Sahaba, which we know killed each other and had many different understandings. So Abu Bakr, for instance, slaughtered loads of Sahaba. You cannot follow his understanding, and you cannot follow the first 3 generations in regards to conflict resolution. Why? Their resolution was always chopping each other to pieces and fighting against rightly guided caliphs like Imam Ali.
So,
you understand?
Okay. So now you
That's
say
an example of one hadith.
Now you spoke for
No. That's an example. Just so they know, example of one hadith straight in the garbage.
Now, again,
It's a freak academic region, guys.
which he takes from the hadith books of Ahlul Bayt.
Man's in bare YouTube jails right now, doing bare time.
And even
Which one is not?
Anthony.
Anthony books, yeah? Now, according to the Shia, yeah, according to their scholars, according to their people, according to their books, they will say we have a hadith.
That's what I was saying, Mobile,
And
bro.
people
Man
don't
unblocked
believe
everyone the
what
day
we
after.
Yeah, and don't support what we believe in. They have a deviant aqidah and they become kafir according to them. Yeah, according to them. So Isa now is saying he's got his own criteria, which according to him.
Wait, evidence. Let's examine it, bro.
Okay. No. You said you have a criteria. What's the criteria? Give us an example of that criteria.
No. Wait. He said,
I want to say.
you claiming in these Shia books, it says
it up,
this
mate.
about who disagrees with our faith.
Talk to the devil, man. Rob was just asking for you.
Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give him
on
a shout out.
comments.
Yeah.
Oh, hey Rob. Yeah.
Excuse me. Stop it.
Get in the limelight.
So now,
Don't worry, bro. Get involved.
in your books of tafsir.
Where are you going? I said, where's this thing? No.
I'll bring
This
it.
thing.
They got to take it, yeah.
I have a snap myself. My receipts.
You judge which
Yeah, but
Shia
I know I
books
can't be able to pass
and
that.
which hadith you accept. Which
Trust me, 1 litre in the petty Bentley.
you go to the books
Come
and you
on.
see authentic
1 litre
hadith.
petty in the Bentley. Yeah, come on, Mobile.
I use the criteria to judge any statement, whether it be from
Let's get some
chemistry,
debates with some
physics.
Sunni
So
Muslims. Let's get
whatever
it.
the statement is,
You saying you get involved, yeah?
governs all of them.
Okay, wait. So you have
This
so you
brother
have- you
here
have a
is
hadith
very,
from
very
Rasul that you
smart.
would
Very smart
reject,
brother. Which one? Very trained brother. He's very smart. You should get on camera. Very smart.
Forget him. Now here, forget it.
So you have a hadith of the Ma'sur that you would reject.
I'm promoting him. I'm Deen
According to your criteria.
With him, which I reject, claim to be from us.
Lies.
If your scholars of Shia disagree with you and they say this is directly from the Ma'sur and you disagree with, what does that make you?
That makes me Isa, who has.
According to the Shia sources.
Jizzy wasn't COE, fam. Come on.
If you say you don't represent Shia, I don't mind. If you don't represent Shia, I don't
We need to get that.
I think he does, man.
We need to get the
He's
bed
don't
on
mind. I
fund
think
up.
he's don't mind now.
Yeah, I don't think he
He's got
agrees
an airplane
with the
fund
Shia
after.
position.
That's fine. Whatever you want to say. The point is, your religion always gets annihilated. That's what you need to worry about.
That's what you think.
This trash religion.
I'll tell you what.
Evidence proves otherwise.
I'll tell you what.
That's what you need to
You can
focus
see
on.
from the Shiism, yeah? This is the problem. No, wait. finish.
I was trying to talk.
So you find from the Shia, right? You find like every time Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah they come here and they do da'wah and they speak to people, but you never find a Shi'i coming representing his deen because they can find that we can straight away poke holes in it. You never find. You can actually find that he shares the same thing with Kemet as well, because you never find that they present their religion, then they come and insult Islam. That's all they do. That's all they do. So now look, there's a chance now. There's a chance. Tell him, can you present the Shia Deen now? Present the Shia Deen from your books.
So the question. Hold on, who said Kemet? All right, I can't be back on.
Actually,
Pepper sauce on Velle Vision. Let's go.
Let's speak. No, hey, Mahmoud. What's that on it? I thought we was friends. I thought we were friends, though.
He was in my left.
I have to deal with Kalam. I'm going to deal with Kalam on several subjects.
I said the Shaitan said that.
Yeah, Kalam said some things on his channel which they need to be dealt with. But you first. So, have I or have I not dealt with you personally on the hadith in Sahih Bukhari Muslim that mentioned 12 caliphs?
I dealt with you, man. He came in. Okay, let me explain. Let me answer.
No. Yes or no?
Why is he going to say this?
You see what I mean?
Can I answer?
No.
Wait. You brought the point. I need to address it.
All right, let's answer.
The first conversation I had with this guy on camera.
Yes or no?
I need to answer.
Well, have we discussed? That's what I discussed.
No. You said, have I dealt with you? So I have to deal with you now. So he came, he was speaking with one Somali brother. Wait, he was speaking with... Wait. He was speaking with one Somali brother. He was speaking with one Somali brother, and he came... No, you shoot. I want to speak.
Where the fire ones? Give me some fire ones.
I need to address that point.
Where the fire ones?
Who's talking?
They're making noise, they can't hear. Right,
it's only you.
Wait,
I need to finish. No.
Finish what you're saying now.
Okay, let me finish.
Shut up, this I want you to talk.
Bro, come on, man. So that's the attitude.
And I'm going to rinse you right now. Come.
Be quiet.
You're getting licked now, bro.
So this guy came in and he was speaking with Somali brother once, and he came the week before.
Man getting cooked today, bro.
Shut your skin.
No. I love it. You know what I mean? It's Somali's trying it, man.
Your tactic.
He watched that video like 5 times.
Wait.
Come on.
Bro, I don't want to say it again, man.
You can say it anytime
So
you want.
basically, like, my man came here and he spoke to one Somali brother, the week before. That video is in content, I believe. And then he spoke to one Somali brother and he started saying, don't you know that in your books it talks about the 12 imams? Don't you see that it talks about 12 imams, 12 caliphs, 12? He said that, and he's trying to basically like misguide the brother to say like, it talks about our 12 imams in your books, in your Sunni books. I came to him the week after and I told him, wait, didn't you mention that this hadith to the brother? And he said the only thing that's the connection between this hadith and what I mentioned, like our imams, is only the number.
That's not what I said.
Bruv, in the video, he said it's only the number.
No.
That's what he said.
And
even wait. Okay, let me finish. Even in the comment section, one brother said, oh yeah, the 12 eggs that I have in my fridge actually is the delete for the imam. That's what he said as a joke, and it was funny.
Okay, so unfortunately, he hasn't quoted me correctly. It's similar. What I was saying was, there's about 4 or 5 hadiths that mention that the Prophet said there will be 12 caliphs on the earth. The Sunnis have 4 rightly guided caliphs. We have 12, consistently 12. And I was pointing out that there are slight differences which he forgot to mention. He was pointing out that they're different. And what does it say, correct? That was your issue. So I'm not going to lie on you.
No, you mentioned only 12.
Brother, I'm saying what your point. I'm giving them the full story.
And then Deen came in and started going into a mad one.
No. Your boy came in. Don't lie. Ahmed came in.
Deen came in. Everybody see the video.
Deen was already there, bro.
Yeah, but he started speaking about the Kitab and all that. The video's there. It's on content. The video's there.
All right, let's get to the point now.
That's what I was saying.
We need some punchlines.
When I said dealt with, what I meant was we discussed it. So if you took the word dealt with, meaning refuted you...
No, because you always do that. You always bring it up like this.
Oh my gosh.
Go on.
Language is important, man.
Listen carefully. That's fine. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. You said I do not ever talk about, or Shias don't talk about their deen, yes? Yes, that was what you said. And I was proving that you were lying. So the first thing I was saying was, have we dealt with, have
we discussed the 12 caliphs.
No.
Oh my brother.
That
It's
day,
yes or no?
I came and approached you and I asked you about this
Brother,
because I told
why?
you told the brother, the Somali brother,
Hold on.
the 12
The week
imams.
before. Wait, week before.
The week before, yes.
Right, hold on. Do we believe in 12 imams?
You do.
Right, we believe in 12 imams. He claimed that I don't discuss our beliefs. But he just said the week before he came to me, I was discussing 12 imams. So that's the first thing he's proven to be. Let me finish, man.
Bro, you know what? That point, when you came to the brother who came to you and he says, like, what's this, all these imams that you believe in? And then you weren't talking about it. He asked you about it. You came and he said, oh, it's already in your books.
How do you know about it?
No, wait, you said he's already in your books. He's already in this. And he's trying to like, misguide the brother to show him that it's actually, because he's trying to show that it's in the Sunni books, talks about your 12 imams, which it doesn't.
Ask him, what does 12 mean in Kenya?
What I keep telling your brain, try and understand.
Means
that it isn't that person that came to me. We spoke about it several times before. You understand? So I'm saying to you, where you keep claiming that we do not
that
teach
one live, yeah.
what we have, I'm saying to you that what we have is that the Prophet, peace be upon him, appointed Imam Ali. Yes? Do I say that or not? Yes or no?
You said that in the previous, yeah.
No. Right. So again, he's refuting himself.
Wait.
Oh my God. Wait. You're refuting
the fact
yourself.
that you said that doesn't make it true.
Listen carefully. You just agreed.
Okay, you finish.
You just agreed.
You finish, I'll finish.
So I
agreed that you say it.
No.
But it doesn't make it right.
Come to the subject matter. The subject matter is not whether what I say is right. The subject matter is this. That you claim
Somali Drake's not even on the
I
ends, man.
do not talk about what
Somali
the
Drake's
Shias
from
believe.
Manchester, you know.
Oh my gosh.
That's why he's not here.
All you do is just refute people of Sunnah.
That was a one-night special from Manchester.
I'm proving. Stop. No. Don't run.
That shit only
Don't
happens
run.
on Velle Vision.
I'm finishing. Right. So,
There's no them ones.
Yeah,
what I was saying.
No.
As I was saying, you lie on us and say that we do not teach what we have. The main reason why I ended up debating Sunnis was because I was actually teaching an atheist what we believe. And then a Somali came in and said, and I was like,
you keep mentioning this story, but I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Because you make it up. So how would I believe it? You telling me this doesn't prove a point.
Excuse me.
Remember what happened last time Mackie roasted someone?
Because there's many brothers that have been here and know that I used to come here and debate Christians and atheists more than anyone else. Okay? So calm down and understand.
Sorry, Mogul,
the point
You say you don't teach
from your
anything.
hands, fam.
So I'm refuting you.
Somali Drake's from your hands,
Let me ask any of the brothers. Let me ask one of the brothers. Have you ever seen him come in and said, this is what it says in our books? This hadith.
I gave out a leaflet with it, bro. I gave out a leaflet with it.
And I received the leaflet.
There you go.
That is authentic.
Yes,
and
I have.
And he came and he said, oh, Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, come guys, this is the hadith in our books, and this is what it says, and this is what it says. Did you ever do that?
Brother, I want you to pay attention.
Did you ever do that?
No.
Answer the question. Yes or no? Yes or no? No. Stop. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Let me finish.
Yes or no?
I said yes. The answer is yes, number one.
One of my clothes.
I
love his bars, you know, as well, you know.
I've got a booklet and I gave it out to some people and I read it to some people. Alright? My point to you,
I liked his
you lied when you claim I
versus
didn't.
Arsenal. That was a bad man.
No, I didn't lie.
Yeah.
Actually, I said the
I'm
truth.
giving an
Last
example.
battle as well.
Number
Can't
one,
remember it.
people have always heard me
It was
say
mad man battle
the
still.
Prophet peace upon him left
Hold
two
on,
things.
brother. What you saying, man? What you saying? What you telling me,
In our
man?
books
Come on.
and your books.
Say,
So therefore,
brother.
I'm teaching that the
you telling me,
Prophet taught this particular thing and established Imam Ali.
Okay, no, because he
Man,
said,
put the Mona, I'm listing them. He said, do you not
You're
have
not gonna get me
satisfied that you
come on.
have a relationship with Harun except if you know
what does that mean?
Just get busy like
No,
this.
I'm listing
I'll pull off
the
man's
things that you
mask.
claim I don't talk about. This is what I'm saying.
I didn't say you don't talk about. I said you don't present what Shia believe
You're not
from
listening.
their books.
Yeah,
That's
you know what?
not
Yeah,
words.
definitely. I'm not going to run up on this.
Right, now I want you to listen. You've
They
added
look
that.
like they're
Now
having a
listen
private
what I
I didn't.
conversation.
That was exactly what I said.
from the beginning.
He was calling man chimpanzee the other day.
Listen carefully.
Oh.
Listen carefully.
Seriously,
If I'm saying already, this is what we believe, and you already say this is what we believe, why do I need to bring a book, right, to present it? When my whole job, every time I talk, people say, what does Sunnis say about it? So instead of waiting for them to say it, I already have the evidence. You see, I'm one step ahead.
Actually, you know what?
I prove I believe from your books.
No.
I prove that you don't believe in your own books, and that your own books refute your religion.
Your religion. Your books. This is okay. I'll ask you a question.
man,
You
that's
used to be
Brandon.
Salafi.
That's mine.
Wait. Stop. You said you was a Salafi before. You said you was a Salafi.
Is she alive?
Tell me now, according to
Got somebody
Salafiyya,
in
what
the
is the
secret
principles of
I'm
tafsir?
going to
What do
show
they
you a
use to do
picture with no
tafsir?
filter. monkey.
The principles of tafsir.
According to Salafi.
All I remember was right now is we used to look to Ibn Kathir mainly. That's all I remember.
But then what's the principle? What is it like, you know, the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah?
It's a long time ago.
I thought you were Salafi. Salafi, they're very good at this.
I reject. Because what you're talking about with tafsir. The reason for this, yes? The hadiths that come down, yes? And then they go into the Arabic grammar.
What Young Jock said.
So I'm saying they use these basic things to understand what it's saying.
One of them
Okay,
young.
and now, according... No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
No, but it's,
So basically...
the reason for this, hold on, wait. The reason, the circumstance, which I came
I'm talking about tafsir. I'm not talking about explanation of the ayah. I'm talking about tafsir. How do they actually...
If it's done racially, yeah.
No, because you have to understand. Okay, according to Shia books...
If it's done racially, it's racist.
According to Shia books, what are the principles of tafsir? According to Shia.
I've looked at them and there's a good question. Stuff I disagree with.
There's loads of
What I roll
into
with,
the context.
what I roll with is very simple. The same thing, the reason is the same. What was that? What was that?
The chip the other day.
No. I didn't call him a chimp. I said he was his chimp. That's the difference.
Calling him a chip.
No. Because he was interrupting him and me.
You know what? Every time I was talking to him, I said, my brother. This, you know what? Yeah. Abdullah, I was talking to Abdullah. I was telling him, my brother did the same. My brother did that to you. And you. Listen,
What are you telling me, man?
I'm talking about brother Abdullah.
Hey, you need to back.
When I was
Who's the
speaking,
brother you're saying?
I'm talking about brother Abdullah, Jamaican
You're
Abdullah.
not in that. You're not in that.
My brother.
Yeah, hey, big up the super chat. Who was that though?
When I was talking to him, my brother, calm down. And then when I left,
Big up
you
my
start
super
saying
chat
like,
Donnies, man.
this guy,
Showing bare love today.
He goes to a slave
Yeah.
master, supporting us Somali and stuff.
I'll type Robot Rob in the comments.
Didn't you say that?
Exterminate.
Didn't you say that?
Murphy.
I'm saying
No, what do you mean by that? Somali.
That's what Robocop's name is as well, right?
What do you mean by that?
I'm going to
Murphy.
I'm glad you asked that question.
But actually, you know what?
No.
Wait.
No, bro. Let me answer that.
Show your face.
Show me.
Show me.
Show me.
Show your face.
This is not
Please.
This is a Shia.
Show me. Do you want me to show your face?
No.
See ya. You don't want me to show your face.
Show them the upgrade, man. The upgrade.
Show me.
Upgrade.
Show me.
Get the bandana team. We're going another level. Rich gang.
If I drop your real face, yeah,
Right, my issue with the
without the
Somali
filters,
community.
your career is over. You're dead. So you're dead food.
That help.
There's no benefit out of that.
Dead food.
I knew it.
Show me.
Because we're talking. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. We're having a conversation. Don't interrupt. And this is my point. I'm saying. We're talking. I'm Somalis.
Come on, man.
No manners. No, you don't. Not what we're talking.
Deal with it, man. Come on, man.
No one wants you, man.
What did he say to me?
That's why you're still single.
I'm not going to tell you what he said to me.
He's not going to say that.
Dead food on the shelf. You're sell by
There's
date.
nothing wrong with the chimp. Anyway, there's nothing
Ticking
wrong
away,
with
bitch.
If monkey beef, there's nothing wrong with monkey beef either. Just adding the Sunni bit was causing a problem. So if man say savage monkey beef, that's fine, fam. Savage monkey beef out here. What?
No, but he asked me.
Colobus, you get me? Chimpanzee, we don't care about monkeys,
He
man.
asked about Somali, right?
Go on, yeah.
Why I said
He
something
left the tafsir part and he's talking about Somali.
No, because you shouldn't have brought it up. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, very simply, he says I said something like, why you sucking up to or being the slave of Somali something, yeah?
He said to the brother Abdullah.
Your life's
After
till
he
he's
called
ticking
him a
away
chimp.
like a Rolex.
What? He said that's
Just sweet.
Yeah, after he called him a
Straight
chimp.
sweet.
Do you agree
you
that
say
the
a sweet
general
pass?
Somali culture, he just hurt because I called him racist. Then you call someone chimp after calling him some
Rolex
racist.
sweet.
That makes sense, bro. It does.
How can you
It's
call
nothing
me
to do with his race.
racist and then you're calling
That's
him
not
man a
because
chimp?
it's not because he's
You're
black.
calling me racist and you're calling
Is
me
that
man a
because
chimp?
he's black?
Exactly, he called him a chimp.
Hold on. Is it because he was
Just because he
black?
was Sunni.
That's not racist. Yeah, that's not racist. That's not
How is it
racist.
racist?
It's not about racism.
Exactly. So
Well,
it's not.
exactly. He's wrong.
No, but
You're right.
is it an insult though to call a brother
He
a
ain't
chimp?
racist.
Hey, big up Evra Pro, yeah?
Exactly. You see,
I'll
so
tell
he's
my
wrong.
biggest fan.
Yeah. He's hurt because I called him racist.
He's ticking away like the Rolex. Come on.
He's just cooking.
Is it
Somali.
Talk about Ahl al-Bayt. Talk about Ahl al-Bayt.
Somali first.
No, forget those Somali.
No.
We talk about
He's
Shiism.
running from it because he knows Somalis are
Hey, I'll
racist.
type chapter 9, yeah?
That's why.
Fireburn
What about the Somali
organisation.
activist? What about the Somali activist?
I don't mind if you believe
What about the Somali
because you're
activist?
not a racist against us.
Somali activist.
Somali
Rubbish. We know there's loads of them.
Descendants of.
to the point that you're trying to make. We're not lineages. This is the thing. As a Somali, I'm proud to know my lineage. I know where I'm from.
And what are we?
Even if it was Kevin.
What are we to?
If you're Sunni, then you're my brother. My brother. This is how I dress. Abdullah. Jamaican Abdullah. My brother.
That's the stipulation.
I'm proud to call him my brother.
That's Ben Drive, you get me?
Only because he's a Somali.
I can carry people married for Somali for a long time.
Afro-Caribbean people. How did the collective of
Hey, don't worry,
Somalis
Tambi.
see Afro-Caribbean people?
She's had a gastric band. Oh my days. Is that man like pepper sauce pat in the background, yeah?
And our big lips being ugly. Yes or no?
No, no,
What you doing? Go back to the
Somalis are telling you no.
Hold on. Ask him. How did Afro-Caribbean community see Somalis?
Exactly.
Ask him that. How did they see Somalis when we were right there?
Let me say this point. I'll tell you what, actually, when I came to this country,
I'm staying out of it. You get me? Turning into Mogadishu. Turning into Mogadishu. I'm out.
Hey, you man. Build up your questions for Pat, yeah? 'Cause I'm running up on him in a
in this
second.
country,
Try and escape it.
He wants to run.
I'll tell you what, in this country, the only racism I suffered was in the hands of Afro-Caribbeans.
When you came here. When you came
wrong, I tell you what, I tell you no,
That's why you don't like
I tell you, wait,
That's why I don't like you, Abdullah.
shut your skin.
He sees you as a slave.
He
doesn't want you to say it. He doesn't want you to say it.
Look at this. Now, Abdullah, until today, I call him my brother. I'm proud to call him my brother. But I'm saying the racism I suffered was in the hands of.
You still sell him on the market, wouldn't you?
This guy, man, shut your donkey.
Listen. The only one dealing with donkey is you, you know. You behind the donkey. So this having donkey bees. Pagan infidel capital.
God, you came out. It came out.
Listen.
Wait, he's talking about donkeys. You brought the donkey, I need to address the donkey. I want to address the donkey. I want to address the donkey. I tell you.
There you go.
No.
Shut up, you dumb.
Wait. The point about the donkey. Check this out, bro. This is important for you as well. Check this out. About the donkey, yeah, about the donkey.
About the donkey.
Now going back. Wait.
What does Jeddah mean? No, because you keep jumping.
No.
You keep jumping. Why do you call us Jeddah?
I'll tell you after the donkey.
No. You jump.
So about the donkey. So my man.
He's a Jeddah.
He's a Shia. Yeah.
He's a donkey Jeddah.
Look, he doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be God.
Donkey Jeddah Somali. I don't mind, but deal with this first. Keep jumping. What does Jeddah mean? Hold on, Somalis. What does Jeddah mean? Hold on. What does Jeddah mean?
By the way, I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is. Jarima means hard hair. And by the way, Somali's got hard hair as well.
Charir. Stop. Literally, what is Charir?
Well, I have to address the donkey point.
No, we will.
I have to address that. Let me address the donkey point.
I want to know he's got nappy hair. He's saying nappy hair. He's saying nappy hair.
You say big hair. So Jenny means big hair.
Yeah, it means big hair.
You got big hair, that's right, yeah?
Is it positive or negative, Jeddah?
What, Charir? No, what you have is what you have. Somalis are called Charir. I'm telling you, Somalis are called Charir. Some of my cousins are Charir. What are you talking about?
What, the Bantus?
Hard hair. It's called hard hair. It's hard hair.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. When you lot use this term, yes? Is it a demeaning term or is it a compliment?
No.
Right, so other Somalis, is it demeaning or not? What do you say?
So you as an Asian man might have.
You're saying it's not. Any other Somalis? Are you saying it's not as well?
What did they tell you?
No, he said that.
No, because
No, what you say?
for me,
What it is, the amount of Somalis that have said it is. When other
big up
Somalis say
Saeed,
it's
man.
not, because they're lying.
No.
You get me?
I'm a little mention that. You get me?
Even, what's that,
I
brother?
told him because he nods to you all the time.
Address
me, bro. Address me, bro.
I did, but you
Look,
didn't want to talk about it.
First
you
of
want
all,
to talk about donkeys.
Yeah, because
that's
it's
your
very
closest
important.
relative.
Because it's
You
very
involved
important.
from donkeys.
Very
That's
important.
what's wrong with you people.
You know what? You can
Crazy.
say whatever you're gonna say.
Donkeys, go on.
Bro, I tell you what. He's got donkey face. Come on, take this off. Show us. There's donkey face on it.
Show me. Show me. Isa. Show me.
Show it. Donkey.
7, 8 dollars.
I thought you had something to say. This is the problem. This is the problem when you mix the genetic material of a donkey with a Somali to get this damn food.
The shit in him is coming out.
The shit in him is coming out. And that's what he comes up with. No, don't touch me. I'm saying that's fine, but don't touch me. What I'm saying is, if the Somalis are honest, if they're honest, yeah, and several of them have been, they generally have a culture where they look down on us. Okay? We'll do that in a minute then. All right, let's discuss it.
Because I'm talking about my experience, yeah? I'm talking about my experience. Wait.
You asked me why I said that to him, yes?
And then I'm telling you my experience as well.
Wait. You asked me why I said that about him in relation to, so I called him a chimp, he's your chimp is what I said, yeah? First. Then after you left, I said about him selling out or whatever, sucking up to Somali master or something. And I'm saying there's a reason behind it. And I don't mind saying it. And my point to you is, you asked me, so I'm saying that. I don't mind you now saying what yours is, because I've heard other Somalis say that when they were in the playground and other school, they said you're not black. You understand? So the Afro-Caribbean saying you're not black,
Okay, let me tell you my point.
Go ahead.
I told you the experience I had was the first racism I suffered was an Afro-Caribbean person. There was 4 of them in a bus, they were throwing coins on the bus and everything, and one coin came next to me. I said, "What are you looking at?" Ethnic Somali. That's what they said, yeah? And some other people as well, they told me, no, but that's what they said. Because what happens, even normally, when I talk with my friends, he's Ghanaian. He said, "I saw 2 black people and a Somali." I say, "Wait, a Somali is a black person as well?" He said, "Oh, you know what? I don't even know why I said it." And he goes on like this, yeah? Some people from the Afro-Caribbean community, when we as Somalis came into the country, yeah, they looked down on us. They said, "These guys are newcomers, different, they have their own language, they have their own religion, they have their own thing," and we had hostility from them. Now this is the thing, you can't deny this. We're saying what I'm saying, yeah?
We're talking about why I said that, yeah?
Okay, but I'm telling you now. When this happened to me, I had friends. I tell you what, my dad, which I love to pieces, he passed away. But what happened, one day he was going to pray Fajr and he got jumped by someone who's Jamaican with dreadlocks and he stole his money in the morning. He was going Fajr. No, wait. My dad told me he was a Jamaican guy who told them, like, you know, with the same accent. Wait. No, this has happened. Yeah? This has happened.
Raspect stole his breakfast.
Can I finish my story? Now, with all of this happening, yeah, with the racism, with this thing with my dad, yeah, I still have best friends who are Jamaican. I still like, you know, I still call brother Abdullah is my brother and everything, and this is how I feel because that's an individual thing. I will never generalize. and say like all of the Afro-Caribbean like this. What you do is say all Somalis are like this.
Now let's do what the difference is. The difference is the experience of Somalis and so on is here, and it's not some cultural racism thing we have in the Caribbean. We don't have in the Caribbean them Somalis are inferior because of their features and all. We don't have that. I'm saying what Somalis have told me from home. You have this word you use for us.
What they told you.
Hey, we got Kalam as well. Get a shout out.
No, that's just these because they're sucking up and lying. There's Somali takia, bro. I'm saying to you, this word, this word he's using, yeah? I don't know. Yes, this word he's saying, how many Somalis have told me, it is an undermining thing. It is to try and say you lot are inferior. Not just that, bro. There's a video posted on Facebook the other day. a young youth, Afro-Caribbean, punched a Somali, a young Somali, who looked like he was slightly mentally disabled. If you see the comments, bro, from the Somali people all down the bloody thing, black this, that's the way black niggas.
I'd spin you around
That
like.
doesn't happen the other way around.
Brother,
That doesn't happen the other way
listen
around.
to what I'm saying
I'm
to you.
listening to you, but
I'm
you're
saying
showing
it's
one
part of your
side.
culture. I'm saying your culture before you
I
got
beg you to
here.
my brother to get this
But
out of
bloody
peace.
you're not listening.
Because he don't
My
understand the culture, he's chatting like this.
Glad you know man them knock out Somalis though.
Let me
Let it be a warning though. Let it be a warning.
Honest Somalis.
Go around with that
How you not treated the Bantus, how you treated the Bantus, and how your culture is. Even sisters that came here. Even the sisters that came here, and they slipped up with mentioning, you know, and they have the nice nose and the nice lips. And he said, you know, the thing, you know, they slip up when they're around us. But amongst themselves, we're ugly, we're this, we're that, you get what I'm saying? And I don't care what they think. But all my point is, I like them to be honest. Do you get me? Instead of doing a racial takia, because I'm saying for me, I was saying, I never saw them any other than black.
Okay,
you get me? I always saw somebody as black.
I'm still gonna sexy women though.
You know why? Because I turned her down, fam. That's what happens.
Can I come back?
That's what happens when you turn your stalkers down, innit? Like,
The
they start
issue that
going mad and
I was
that. They
going to
start
address,
chasing you everywhere.
about between the difference between Shia and Sunni. Now this Somali thing,
Bigger, I love you.
So the Somali thing I'm talking about, even back home in my culture, in my culture, we have the different tribes, and they call each other names, They say like this guy's this guy's that. No, but listen, you have to understand their culture is this. For someone from a different tribe, that means they always animosity towards him, and they always like call him names, they always belittle him. It's not like something that's specific to Afro-Caribbean, like Somali and Afro-Caribbean, you understand? So in the Somali culture, listen, in the Somali culture, it happens. Even we had tribal wars going on until today. It's still happening, and they start calling each
So
other
did
names.
Europe have World War One and Two? One and Two,
but it's not
and they
unique
still
case.
all agreed that black people are inferior. What bloody difference does it make?
What do you care about Europe? I'm talking about Somalia.
That's what I'm saying. Somali's
Culture of
fighting
Somalia.
and you all agree that blacks are inferior. That's what I'm saying. The same bloody mentality.
Listen, in Somalia, the culture is, I told you, bro, I don't want to
Mad,
repeat
innit?
it. The culture is my tribe. I would say like they're the better, they're the highest, they're this, and I called everybody else to be lesser, lower. You understand? We can use something. Sometimes we use a piece of clothing to describe them, or something, or just something to put them down.
That sounds like a caste
That's how it is.
He's telling you the culture.
It's not a process.
I know this.
But you know, like when I went to Somalia,
sounds like a caste system, some
like a
Indian thing.
homeless Somali.
That's what I say. Some
better
Somalis are
than the
Indian.
white man who's rich.
Yeah.
This is just a mentality
No,
thing.
brother. No, I
Honestly.
know. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not,
Don't
I'm not
worry,
even
Sia,
saying
man,
it's
there's someone out
bad.
there.
What I'm saying is, for
You'll
instance,
be happy one
if
day.
I know that a Somali, like if I know an individual Somali, like some of them are black empowered. So if I'm supporting
You'll
him,
find a nice
it's all
black
good.
Muslim
But I'm saying he,
for yourself.
in the back of his mind, it's like if you're a Sunni, you're my brother. If you're not, you're a little monkey.
That'll keep
You know
you
what I'm saying?
happy.
So you can't do it. And that's what I'm saying to you.
Bro, I never said that.
I'm saying to listen, what did he say? He's Sunni, he's my brother.
No.
What does that tell you if he's not? No. I'm saying he didn't give you the opposite side of the coin. I'm giving you the opposite side of the coin.
Can I explain? Can I explain?
Which is
I
not
don't
fair.
understand. If two Caribbean people argue amongst each other, where's the problem? I don't understand. They're both from the same place. No, but I mean, essentially they're both from the same place.
What he's complaining about is when after he left, I allegedly said something like, and it's probably something I would say, because my whole point of calling him a chimp was I'm saying he's trying to stick up for Massa when Massa doesn't need help. Do you understand? Because I'm saying he's more knowledgeable way than him. So how he keeps interrupting and trying to...
Why would you say Massa, this and that?
I'm
Why would you say
telling
that?
why. Because the behaviour of this guy, rather than letting
He
him...
never called your names. He never called you.
He interrupted.
Alright, yo,
What
you man,
did he
we're
say
gonna run
behind
up on the
me?
next. I'm gonna run up on the next debate, yeah?
You see what I mean?
Why did he call you
You're
chimp?
biased.
Did he call you dog? Did he call you
Choose.
Yeah, man.
I do not
Yeah,
have
I'm
time
going
to
on to
keep
this one.
interrupting when it's my conversation.
I'm gonna stand next to Saeed still.
Young children. Yeah, so now that's a part of chattel. If they didn't rape young children, that wouldn't be a part of what we define as chattel slavery.
Okay.
Whatever they've done, that defines what chattel slavery is for the
So what you're saying is that like the way you understand chattel slavery is different from the way kind of Europeans who use the term, right?
No, I because that's what we're saying. But what Europeans try to do is they try to water down their slavery. This is why they'll say Africans were enslaved before, because what they're trying to do is find the justification. So they can tell people that we were enslaved.
You're going to even forget what's your name. You're going to forget who you are because you're so scared.
So what am I going to say?
Sorry, cuz.
Yeah. What are you going to say? You're going to have to say, my Lord is Allah. Yo. You're going to say, who is your book? You're going to say, my book is the Quran. Where
is your qibla? My qibla is the Kaaba. You understand? Obviously, me, I will say, who's your imam? Because there's Muslims. We believe that Allah is going to ask, who's your imam? The angel will ask, who's your imam? And we have to say Ali. You understand? Or the Imam Mahdi of time.
Ali, then great. Thank you for the education. Anyway.
And I'm so brother. But what I'm trying to say, at the end of the day, what's important is not how we look.
You telling me?
What's important is our soul. Forget how we look, because how we look and how we that's the physical. We want to see the inner, because that's what's going to last forever. Your soul is going to be for eternity. Your physical body, in a couple of years, you're going to be under the ground. So is this soul going to be eternally in heaven or eternally in hell?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to get to know.
Listen, when he was born, when he was born, also you control in what we was born into. For example, is a baby in control of being born into Iraq or another war zone?
No.
Yeah, man.
What did the baby do to deserve?
It's 100% rat's ass.
Bro, the baby, when he's born in that environment, Allah obviously will look at him.
The Pharaoh, the coat is 100%
He's not gonna. There's lots of black people now, Jamaicans. They became Muslim. They're born in Jamaica. There's people in Trinidad.
That brings them peace in a peace.
I'm saying, it doesn't matter where you're born. If Allah will send a sign to you to show you that there's one God to be worshipped. And once that sign reaches you, you're obliged now to accept it.
What if my one God is different from your one God?
We can't be different. We got one God, the same. We can't be different.
See, that's the problem. You can't accept that. You can't accept that there's people who might believe in different gods.
Why can there be two gods? If there was
two gods, my one God is different from your one God. Maybe we're talking about the same thing.
Well, it has to be the same thing because there's only one God. If there was two gods,
I would call myself a Muslim.
I'm saying the God that everyone worships is one God, is Allah. You understand? We call him Allah because if there was two gods, there would be beefing. You understand? He would want something, he would want something. Everything in this universe.
How do you know there will be beefing?
Bruv, if there was two gods, there wouldn't be this accuracy. There wouldn't be, if there's two people, everyone wants his own way. There can't be two gods. God has said throughout history, from 4,000 years ago, since the time of Adam till today, to worship one God. You never said two. All the messengers have said there's one God.
I never said two.
And all scientists prove has said everything proves that there's one God. Everything.
What about Hinduism? They've got many gods.
Get in there.
Hinduism, we just throw that out the window. It doesn't mean we don't even give it a platform.
But that's not very fair.
That's not fair.
Okay, come.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Okay, you're saying it's not fair, yeah? Okay, let me explain to you why I'll throw it out.
Are Hindus bad people?
No, I never said bad. I never said no one's bad. But I'm saying the ideology, I cannot accept it because it doesn't make sense at all. If you got in Hinduism, I've said this before, you got people worshipping rats in India.
So to all that idea of Hindus and believing different things, they believe God can be anything.
No, but what I'm trying
to say, that's the idea they're trying to give.
What I'm trying
God can be a rat, God can be this, God can be that.
That's the thing.
That's the idea.
What I'm trying to say, our God, the God of Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad, He has described Himself. He has described Himself in all the scriptures, in Jewish, in Christian, in Muslim, and said He is the most powerful, greatest. Nothing is like Him. You cannot imagine Him. You cannot touch Him. He's out of our senses. He's out of our imagination. No. He's out of our imagination. Your brain is limited. Your brain is too limited to think of God. He's too great for you to think of it. Your brain, you see this Earth. How small is it in the galaxy? How small is it?
Incredible.
How small? Tell me.
Well,
in the universe, we're nothing, isn't it?
We're not nothing. We're incredible.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Okay, man. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice one, man.
If I ask you, can you look at the sun?
Yes.
Can you look at the sun?
Yes.
How long? No. With your bare eyes, can you look at the sun?
Show me. Show me your face.
I'm saying, if you look at the sun, how long can you look at the sun for?
Not very long.
How long? Tell me, for example.
Literally seconds.
How many seconds?
No more than like 0.7.
Okay. Yeah. If you can't even look at one of the tiniest creations of God, which is the sun, how do you expect to look at God, for example? How? Just explain to me how. You can't. You're telling me 0.07 second just to look at the sun, which is the smallest creation of God.
But if God wanted you to be able to look at Him, you could do it.
But you can't. Even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he went to the heavens on the horse with the wings, he went to the heavens and he saw Jesus, he saw Moses. They prayed behind the Prophet Muhammad. Allah said, in the Quran it says, It says that he saw God, but we never saw him with his eyes. The Prophet said, I saw him with my heart. The eyes will never see him. Even Moses said to Allah, let me see you. Allah said, you will never see me. No one will ever be able to see me. However, look at the mountain, and the mountain crumbled, and then Moses fainted. You understand? It's in the Quran. But what I'm trying to say is that you'll never be able to see Allah. But the Prophet saw him with his heart. You understand? At the end of the day, Allah is too great to imagine, to talk about. Even when you talk about Allah, you have to take it from the right sources. You understand? Yes,
Break it down, Mo Deen. Break it down.
Done, yeah? Hey, big up Mo Deen though, man. What about my G? What you saying? What you saying?
With my 7 viewers.
Big up Velle, yeah? Big up Velle. Come on. Yeah, man. Come on. I know who you are, fam. What you saying? From your ZD video. Come on.
Record the man behind the camera.
What you doing? What you doing, man? Show me your face. Show me. Hey, Pat, bruv, stop running from me, man. I don't know why you keep hiding from me, cuz, bruv.
I'm not a fan of the camera.
Bruv, you know what? You stand behind the camera and chat to me.
I'm not. Alright, yeah, I'm cool with that.
You ain't even got to stand on the camera.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is the DCLA Combat 18 people, innit?
Yeah,
my guy here gets all the infos, the lives, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His name's Pepper Sauce Pat, fam.
Yeah, so Pepper Sauce Pat, you know,
my guy's he's dropping hot pepper sauce and the little. No, don't worry, bruv. It's filming them over there, innit? Yeah, but like you're standing there, it's like. So what? You got any questions for Pat? Or
yeah, we spoke.
No, listen.
You came in late,
questions. People wanted me to explain my political ideology belief. My message on that is go look at my website.
Look at this website. What's your website? Crimes of Britain.
Yeah, they've already made their own assumption and distinctions. So go on the website.
You're trying to say that you're a lefty.
I ain't a lefty. I don't like left-wing politics. I've got a lot of criticism of the English left.
They're trying to colour him with dirt now, isn't it? That's what it is.
We can get into that if people have a discussion on European leftism, which I've got no truck with.
Right, so you hear that academic reaching? Stop reaching for the left.
Yo, academic screeching exposed them, you know, with the last video. I saw that, you know. Yeah. Academic screeching, he's done a good video, of exposing the DFLA and that was on it. It's all that video, you know when he...
Yeah. The video that he done.
Yeah.
So what, you got any more questions for Pat, bro? Man, like Pepper Sauce Pat, bro, because
it doesn't matter.
You're getting shot at still. You're paid by the Muslims.
Listen. All these accusations, I've had a few accusations. One from an individual in this park who's quite well known, that I'm being paid by people, and he's always moaning at people, accusing him that he's being paid.
Right.
You know.
So
I mean, what do I even say to that?
Well, it's just if it's bullshit, isn't it?
It's all about Pokemon, you get me, Eevee, you get me.
Stand fuck out of here, your Pokemon self.
Pokemon, you get me. It's the way, it's the truth, it's the light.
Hey, academic screeching. He said he's a lefty. He's a lefty still.
Big up. We're about to get in with Issa right now.
Yeah. Alright, but I'm gonna come over in a sec still. I got man like Pepper Sauce Pat on the grill right now.
Basically, this is the main thing, innit? The DFLA Combat 18, all of them linking up to come down.
What does he mean by
the agenda? They want civil war, innit?
Listen, I don't like.
Them lot, they want civil war. You get me?
Don't like it.
Them lot, they want civil war.
European lefty. I mean British lefties, French lefties, Italian lefties.
We never back down.
The European left.
We never back down.
I might have some. I wouldn't say support, but I might understand leftist movements in Vietnam and whatnot fighting the Americans.
Oh my
God. I would say that's more nationalistic anyway by nature.
You say people that you're supporting people trying to run their places for themselves, yeah?
Yeah. No, I believe people got a right for their own sovereignty and self-determination.
They're trying to colour him with I rating right now. Rather than that. That's how
they're hating on man, bro.
Yeah, it's like every time a Muslim, you know, every time a Muslim exposes them, he goes Mujahideen, ISIS, Mujahideen. That's the same thing, same treatment he's getting right now. They call him IRA and all of that. You get me?
That's what they do. What's your thoughts on the IRA? Obviously, I've not asked you that.
As I said on the stream, I'm not here to condone or condemn any organisation. I'm not a public figure. It doesn't matter.
So would you condemn the? What's the other one in the Ulster Unions? Do you condemn them?
Of course I do.
So why don't you condemn the?
Because
he's not a public figure, innit?
The IRA was basically
Ulster Unionism, whatever group you want to talk about, UDA, UVF, RHC, UFF. They are products of British imperialism.
Okay, so they're basically sent over by the British government. So
they couldn't. It's been proven by the British state when it came out that 85% of UDA intelligence came from the security services. They couldn't operate without the help of the British government.
Basically, in short, my brother here, is Killuminati.
Illuminati. You get me? Simple. Simple.
Hey, man
Facts.
calling man Pat Pack. Yeah, shit.
It's a good one still.
Yeah, Pat O'Donnell wants to use Muslims for his Irish nationalism.
We don't fall for no
Hold
Zionist
on a
tricks, you
minute.
know.
Who
We're not
said
falling
that?
for
Who
no
said that?
tricks.
Yeah, I've seen this around a few times. I don't want no one on my side. I don't want no recruits. You know, who am I? What am I going to get out of Muslims who generally don't like nationalism anyway? How's that going to work out?
Yeah.
How's that going to
You
work
know
out?
facts, you know. Put it there, put it there,
What
put it there.
Muslim is your nationalism?
Muslims don't like nationalism.
You're supposed to link each other's tribes and be one with each other.
Exactly.
One nation.
Yeah.
Hey,
look
hey,
here.
come on
All
this side.
the Muslims here, yeah. We come from everywhere. We linked up. There's no nationalism. You get me?
This is what we're united on.
But that's deep.
You that man like mystery.
My
yeah?
brother goes deep, you know, all the time.
And this is the thing, You see, this is, I've been saying to a couple of Somalian brothers and Arab brothers are on the bits as well.
that?
You see, when I'm walking around and I'm seeing that somebody's physically Muslim,
Yeah,
big beard, mashallah, you get me? Bro, when I'm looking at them and they're making eye contact with me, they're thinking it's a thing, but no, it's not a thing. When man say assalamu alaikum to them, and they're all moving shocked. And then they say, walaikum salam. That's what we're uniting upon. I don't know you from anywhere, bro. But if you're Muslim and you say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, you understand? That's why the Prophet said.
Yeah, but we also connect with the righteous people as well. They're non-Muslims are righteous. You get me? They connect to
like a lot of non-Muslims say, like a lot of non-Muslims say, we got to fix ourselves and our brothers before we fix anybody else. So we're not saying we're not going to unite with no one.
No, you know what it is? You know what it is? Let me tell you. Obviously, times are hard now. Times are hard. You get me? Like them lot, they come with the hate and attack to Islam and all of that. Yeah. So times are hard. You get me? So everyone's triggered. That's what it is. But everyone's got love. You get me? You know what I'm saying? You know them ones, Big Velle.
Stop slandering the police.
Times are hard now, isn't it?
Come on.
Living in a difficult time.
Very difficult.
Come on.
You know when we're living in a difficult time and
What are you saying?
There will be a time, there will be a point in time we're holding on to the deen, holding on to the truth. It's like holding on to a hot coal. Hot coal. Yeah? What is the most demonized religion?
Say that again, fam. Say that again. Say that again.
There will be a time. There will be a time.
He's saying a prophecy, fam.
There will be a point in time where holding on to the truth, holding on to the haq, will be like holding on to a hot coal.
You get me?
Understand? What's the most demonized religion in the West right now?
Not West, the world, fam. The world.
I was getting to that bit. What's the most demonized religion in the West? What's the most demonized religion in the world right now? Bro, this is just the truth. And the media. And the media know
Illuminati, enemy number one is Islam. You get me? Enemy number one is Islam.
You know the people up in power?
You get me?
You know they chose the dunya over the truth.
Because we're the only threatening ones to the Illuminati.
Big man thing.
Mystery. Sia said you just learned that hadith yesterday.
Oh yeah? You know,
he's learning. My brother's learning still. He's learning, bro. He's learning every day. Every day he's a
Wallahi, by Allah, I didn't. What you got to say now? See ya? You can keep the trolling to yourself, you get me? Because right, what I'm trying to do, like I said to this brother.
Sia causes fitna online, you know.
Hey, you man, come in front of the camera, man.
Hey, what's Sia saying? I see her live.
Look,
I see her live.
Why are you addressing that? Why are you addressing that? Hey, stop, no. Hey, no,
not him. See her live. What are you saying, See her live?
Wait, listen. Look, you will never come to the park, yeah? You will never come to the park in your life. What Muslim brothers are doing here, look, you're my Muslim sister. And wallahi, by Allah, I love you for the sake of Allah.
See her live, stop the fitna online, you know.
Yeah, forget all of that fitna, man.
Yeah. Just go to Dawah channel and learn if you want to learn, or learn other things in it. Just learn in it, but don't know fitna. This girl's always triggered. This girl is always triggered, bro. Online, if anyone says anything to her, she's spitting fire at you back. She's triggered. But
I'll take you to a restaurant of your choice.
Can you film everything?
We still love our Muslim sister, you get me? We still love our sister, yeah.
But this is the thing, fam.
Yeah, she's
love and
she said
advice.
she's coming to the park.
No hate.
Hey, mystery. She said she's coming to debate you in the park, cunts.
She's gonna debate me.
Yeah.
So when
She said you're the first one. She's gonna
wait, is there any other questions there regarding man, or am I just gonna be addressing the Sia thing?
Boy, that's it. That's it. No one's not really making no questions.
Man, got a piece of advice to all my Muslim brothers and sisters that are watching. Yeah. Whenever you see a Muslim brother physically in the flesh, yeah, don't be afraid. Do not. Let me say it again. Don't be afraid to say assalamu alaikum to that brother or sister. If you're sister, keep it with the sisters. If you're brother, keep it with the brothers. But when you see a Muslim uncle Man's not only talking about the youths. Man's talking about elders. Man's talking about young ones. If you're a sister and you're seeing a little girl in a hijab that's coming from school, if you're a Muslim sister, say assalamu alaikum to that kid. Because in a time where these kids are going to school, mashallah, in a headscarf, there's gonna be the same. There's gonna be the same white girl. There's gonna see the same black girl. There's gonna see the same brown girl. That's got all of these. That's got all of these nice hair. And wait, hold up. And that same Muslim sister that's so small, that's got a headscarf on, that's covering. Maybe don't know why she's covering. And there's little girls that are doing this. Look.
Does Deep think
outside,
non-believers are worse than
all
cattle?
of this being
Hey,
12.
Deep, do you think non-believers are worse than cattle?
Do I think
Non-believers are worse than cattle?
What's this question?
No, wait.
We know
You
that
see
knowledge.
regarding that, yeah? You see regarding that, yeah? There's two people. Wait. There's two people. Wait.
Well, man's gonna ask the pepper questions.
Man don't do no dilute.
Ask Shamsi or something, man. Them man carry knowledge.
Hey, let me break it down.
Let me just say that. See them here. They say, hey, Deep is just like a new Muslim, yeah? And then they come out with them kind of questions. You get me? No, they say Deep is just a new Muslim, then they come out with them kind of questions.
Great Dunya. Say your thing again, cuz. Huh? Say your thing again, cuz.
Nah, hey, don't, because that's going to feed their thing, fam.
No.
This is what a lot of people be saying to me.
No.
You know what Sia said? You learned that hadith yesterday.
Hey, that's exactly. I'm bringing the point back. No, I'm bringing the point. That's exactly. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? Them lot they say, yeah, Deep is a new Muslim and that, yeah? And then they ask them kind of trigger questions, innit?
Nah, but they're not triggering me.
If you want to ask them questions, ask like someone who's knowledgeable, like Shamsi, Hijab, Ali Dawa, you get me, who studies Islam, yeah? Ask them kind of question, you get me? Don't just ask any random them kind of question, you get me?
Gorilla Goose.
No, he's not saying that, bro.
No, my brother's good, he's got passion, yeah? But he needs to certain level, innit? But his passion.
See, look, wait, put the camera on this guy. This guy's trying to make the brothers fight each other. You see, okay, look. Hey, Big Velle, ask that question again.
No, he's not.
The question was,
wait,
are non-believers worse than cattle?
Okay, now, there's two type of people in the world, yeah? There's two type of people in the world, yeah? There's believers and there's non-believers. Take it as what you want, innit? You understand? Take that as what you want. Are they worse than cattle? No, they're not worse than cattle. They are better than cattle. You know why they're better than cattle? Because they are what? They are creations of the Most High. Just as cattle, but we are humans. We are consciously more superior to cattle. So if you're a disbeliever, you may be superior. Yeah, I know, but look, this is the thing now. The brother just whispered in my ear, they're asking me loads of questions. But like you see, that if you're still watching, man's not getting triggered so easy nowadays, you know that? Because man's got loads of advice from one brother that's behind the camera here, like Big Odds. My brother here that's giving me advice. Brothers that are not even in the part that's giving me advice. And my brother Ali Jihad that's giving me advice.
You're learning every day.
Of course, alhamdulillah. Even scholars even the scholars don't know 100% of the Deen. Perfection lies with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the scholars that are in the Deen, that specialize in Sharia, they don't even know 100%. Maybe they're expert to as much as
they want to learn of things from YouTube and that.
Yo, great.
And comments and that. That's what they learn. Don't ask a good scholar. That's what I'm saying, innit? Start learning Islam through comments.
I'm going to go in an hour, yes?
Yeah, hold on.
Next hour. No point today, man.
Man's just here, innit? We're on a mission.
Yeah, man.
Saeed,
Hey,
Big man Saeed.
what are you saying there, man?
Do you know any of them?
What are you saying? You got any more questions for the man there?
Any more questions for Saeed?
Mo's round the back. See, there he is. Every time you pop up, man. We're doing a Mo Deen show. The Deen show.
Hey Mo,
Jessica,
let me ask you a question.
you said he's not answering no personal questions.
What do you think about the video, random exposure one?
You keep asking the same questions.
May Allah curse random exposure. May Allah destroy him, inshallah. May Allah destroy him and give him cancer.
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Random exposure. Like that on YouTube.
Hey, don't say that.
Somebody's filing him, man.
Someone called random exposure.
Got a YouTube channel. Sorry, one second.
I don't mean to take that back. Alright, astaghfirullah, listen.
Take that back.
Astaghfirullah, inshallah you don't get cancer. Inshallah you don't get cancer.
Take that back.
No, astaghfirullah.
No, say what you said.
I said what I said about random. One second. What I said about random exposure, I take it back. I swear from all my heart.
Your random exposure just doesn't go for his
No, marriage exposure.
He goes for everyone.
No, he goes for everyone, and he's better. He's better than a lot of other ones that are dissing me differently. May Allah destroy the
Hey, you
ones that
man,
are dissing
you
me
need to start
differently.
slapping some thumbs up, yeah?
Because there's some man's dissing me differently, causing me depression.
More thumbs up, more thumbs up, you get me? Come on, I see how you can't get buy out, bro. Them can't buy me out. Get me, come on.
Put some money in that Bentley fund, blood.
Do you guys have jobs? Show me.
This is his job, man.
Yeah, we're signing on. We got to sign on tomorrow.
In them £2.
Hey, you man.
He's all the funky.
What time we got to be at the job centre tomorrow?
Yeah, let's go sign on tomorrow.
Oh, at 9 o'clock. Hey, ask them the thing, yo. M-Stacks. Do your thing, what,
I'm not advising. I'm not.
M-Stacks, ask your question again, my G.
That we know.
M-Stacks is a G still, bro.
In frustration.
One of my Birmingham acts.
Anyway, to all the people here, the righteous one, love. Show you love.
Modine, where's the words of wisdom, bro?
Alright, so I'm gonna come out. Let's talk wisdom. Everyone out there, listen. Everyone out there who's not married, yeah, go and get married right fucking now before you go and fornicate. Because if you fornicate, you're fucked.
My brother here doesn't speak for on behalf of all of the scholars. You understand what I mean? The most learned scholars in Shiaism, I free myself from you. How about that? But this guy that's a layman, I can't free myself from him.
Why do you swear a lot?
I get upset. I get emotional.
He's emotional. He's an emotional guy, man.
I'm an emotional guy.
It's hard selling cars out here. You know when man's like Frank Butcher? He's like the Iraqi Frank Butcher out here.
I know. In my heart,
I want to say,
Brother Deen that claims that he's a Shia,
What do you think?
he would do something.
Deep is popping off right now.
So when you're saying we can't unite with the Shia, this guy doesn't represent
Let me drop something
the learned scholars that are kuffar.
Your brother.
No, you're saying,
relax.
come on, now you see what? Oh, Fama, yeah, Fama, heal me, bro. That's shit, bro. That's shit, bro. That's shit.
Why they're righteous, don't it? They never buy anything. Come here 1 second, man.
See that extra 7 you got there? That's me.
I'm trying to say, brother,
Go
if you
on.
want protection from Allah, give charity, read Quran, and put your trust in Allah. Just watch out because there's a lot of evil forces out there that will try and get you. But what I want to say, listen, all of you that's not married, take Modine's advice. Tomorrow morning, propose to the girl that you like. Say, buy her a ring from Argos. On the way back. Check her ring.
Not even Hatton.
All right, Hatton.
Not even Hatton, you know. Man said Argos. How are their ass, Cloud? You need to shop bigger cars, cuz.
Okay, listen. All right, listen. Just get
Isa,
her
come drop some knowledge.
Get her a ring and say, listen, I want to marry you right now. Not tomorrow. Not the day after. Now. We go now to the sheikh. We do the paperwork. We get 2 witnesses that you're my wife. Khalas. That's it. Tomorrow, go and get married. Khalas. Don't waste my time and don't waste your time.
Let's go, bro.
And if you can't get married, then
True
make
stories.
it.
He's trying to stay off the camera.
What's that in the pocket? Is that lemon water?
No, it's empty.
Holy water.
Zamzam. Next time get some Zamzam, man.
Hey, man's gonna baptize all them trannies and that, yeah?
You man, obviously, I want to say something important.
He's gonna wash all of the makeup off.
You know when you baptize Simon, yeah? Did the water get hot? Did the water boil?
There's no time left. If we don't get married now, we're gonna get fucked up. We're gonna get destroyed because Shaitan's gonna.
No, but big man thing. Would you really get married to Simon?
No way, man. Come on. That's not a question. That's haram to marry that thing, man.
Modine, Betty's going. That's what I love about Modine. Yeah, he wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah, come on, Betty, man. I'm trying to help people. If I can make a marriage. Oh, you lot, go on Muzmatch. There's an app called Muzmatch.
That's old, man. Been out for years.
You're all over that, innit?
Hey.
No, I want it still.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, but I just want to help people.
You gotta take the Shahada, Velle, and go on that.
I don't want people to be single.
Your right wing self is getting hated
Because if
now.
you get
Come on.
single, yeah.
Stop reaching, man. Yeah, academic reaching, man.
You lot, I just want to say, yeah, I'm not going to come for a while, man.
Screeching,
So,
but I call it reaching.
it's the last time you're going to see me for a while.
Why is that, bro? Is that the end of Modine?
Yeah, man, you're not going to see
No,
me.
he's not a black guy.
No?
Well, he said he's mixed race,
Still
but I
gonna
don't
go eat some
know.
shawarma together, though.
Yeah, inshallah, definitely, bro. But you're not going to see me for a long time. I just wanted to tell you like that, so just in case you don't see me, I'm just telling you now, innit? But make it out for me, innit? I need your prayers, man.
Inshallah, bro.
Inshallah, without your prayers, man, and I need your prayers because prayers,
Sorry,
I need your prayers.
You know what? I'm actually buzzing.
What are they making over there? That
If
looks
you love
nice
me,
still.
pray for me, please, yeah?
It's Winter Wonderland.
No, what's your question, brother? This brother's phoning for a question. What's your question?
Got a live calling.
Walaikum salam.
Winter $1.
Yeah, what one?
See the
Winter
Ferris
Wonderland
wheel,
over there.
Ferris wheel and everything.
Yeah, this is Modine.
Understand.
Yeah, what one?
Hey,
Who's he?
academic region
Random
said he's a
man
black
funny.
female.
Yo, what one?
You motherfucker.
Your heart. What about that comment that he made? He goes, his heart's saying it's a man, but his mind is saying it's a woman. Come out with that one.
I'm on live stream
Trust
now.
me, Patrick the Devil Man, you know. Hold tight 1-1.
Come check
My
and
G.
see how you see me. I'm gonna
Yo,
spread the Deen right
I was
now,
choking, that's why I
inshallah.
couldn't read out your whole thing.
My brother just called me, my Jamaican brother, he's from like out the ends. He said to me, actually, I need to spread the Deen, inshallah. But obviously, Allah says spread the Deen with wisdom. Inshallah.
Is that Abdurrahman?
No, one other brother, he's a serious brother. But just log on to my channel, Mo Deen. I'm going to start
Please
spreading the
pray
Deen.
for Modini, bro.
Yeah, please pray for me, yeah?
Pray for him.
I got a lot of enemies, I got a lot of haters. Yeah, but I've got to subscribe to Mo Deen, and inshallah, I'm going to put some live streaming, and we're going to spread the Deen.
Hey, big up Modine, man.
I just want to get to the agenda, man. I just
Sorry,
want-
can I catch a lift with you back here?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
To the east side.
Back seat.
So you man, like, what's the
think you can
deal
squeeze
though? What's the deal?
We make him sit in the back, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Are you live streaming as well?
Yeah.
Swear down, what's
The
your channel?
tallest man always gets shotgun. You know the ones there, Velle. Velle, you know the tallest man always getting shotgun.
He knows it, bro. He's just like
Fronting, innit?
he's all over it.
Fronting on that, man.
Velle, how come you're more than every single channel, bro?
You know how I do, man. Shit. No, two stories, yeah. I try to be a fair person, innit?
I like
really
that about you. I
and
like
truly,
that about you still.
man, try to be a
You know
fair
he's a
person.
mod on every channel, bro.
I'm not a mod on every channel still.
Majority.
I'm not a mod
You
on.
should make
I'm
him
not a mod on your channel
You
yet.
should make him a mod.
Not yet. Not yet.
Leonis.
Velle's cool, man.
Not yet. Not yet.
Leonis.
Yeah, I been going on
Leon's
there
a mod
still,
everywhere. Leon is the one, you get me?
Yeah, nah, Leon's really
You
fair.
got the Godfather. That's the Godfather, you get me?
He's a fair guy, you get me?
Alright, you man, I just wanted to
Man
say.
needs to invest in them leg warmers, blood, because it's blitz
Oh,
there.
man.
You know them
Told
thermals?
you them steps.
Them thermals, you got to wear the thermals.
Has anyone got any questions? Does anyone got any
Any
questions?
questions for Modine?
Anyone got any questions?
Oh, next
Just
one.
answer from your heart.
Mo's little moustache tells you enough about
Yeah,
the
Mo,
kind
what's
of
up with that
person he is.
moustache? I got to ask, bro. At least level it up, bro.
Yeah, inshallah.
From one side is longer, you can. That side is less. I swear down.
No, ask questions.
Ask Modine, is he curses
You got to ask
the
questions
rightly
on what?
guided?
What do you want to ask on what kind of questions?
No, I want to help people, innit? I want to help you.
Okay.
Listen, why are you? What's stopping you lot from getting married? Look, I keep on turning my head, man. I don't know who's coming from. What?
Pat with the new general.
What is stopping you lot from getting married? Is it money? I feel sorry for a lot of people in this world, man. They're just people are depressed, man. They just.
Yeah, them tunes were them times.
No, great than you.
DW still doing that.
things
Yo,
like that, yeah.
M Stacks, I beg you, write your question again, yeah? Because I missed it still. Yo, yeah, is it the Pepsi or milkshake? That was a bad boy analogy, you know. Man said, imagine you get the Pepsi and it is the milkshake. Yo, hey.
Modine wants to
They
help
said,
people, bro.
no decent men, Modine.
There's no decent men. What? Which girl? A girl said that.
Yeah, Betty.
Betty said that. Listen, Betty, man. First of all, yeah.
Hey, Pat, they're saying you're dodgy. You're a dodgy character.
Dodgy
and you're
Pat.
not really,
Are you the Irish one?
You're not really who you
Are you the Irish one? What kind of racist comment
No,
is
there's
that?
an Irish girl. They're looking for.
Is Modine marrying the tranny?
What?
There's a comment on there. Why are you reading it? Why are you reading it?
It's Modine married.
Hey, don't let Modine hot you up, you know.
You gotta leave him on camera, fam.
Don't let Modine get you, fam.
Yeah.
I just laughed like a nut.
This come, come. Sorry.
Hey, Krabs, get on camera, man.
Hey, lobster,
Do your
come
tro-
here.
Do your lobster, you know.
Come here, lobster.
It's Krabs, fam.
Tranny boy. Listen, what?
Tranny boy. What is it? Dude looks like a lady.
You lot. Now listen, this is now. If there's no knowledge to be spreading, and I'm out.
Oh, hey, the Tan and Joe show starting, yeah?
No, I'm going. I want to talk knowledge. If there's no knowledge, it's not here for.
I've got one more. Sorry.
I need to spread knowledge. If you lot want to hear knowledge.
Yeah, come on. But you get too close to the camera though, fam. Every time you keep stepping close, it's like your face is right in their shit.
Bro, I don't know what to say, bro. I just want to say, pray for me, please. Yeah, subscribe to my channel as well, Modine.
Listen, take one step back in it.
Alright, subscribe for my channel, pray for me. Pray that I'll get victorious. Pray that Allah saves me. I know I got a lot
Yeah,
of
man, keep telling Modine, there's no chicks in there, cuz. Wearing sneakers corner with bare guys.
What, there's no chicks? Yeah, that's why I got to get out of here, man.
There's guys in there debating.
Dude, that looks like a lady.
I'm not a big fan of the camera, you know. I'm not a big fan of the camera.
Come.
What's up?
What did you want to say?
I don't want to say anything. What were you saying? Someone said a question.
Big Velle. Big clubs.
Hey, go on, look.
What is that, crabs?
Dude, that looks like a lady.
The guy named Crabs. Yeah, put the camera on him. Put the camera on him.
Ooh, that's what I call a club.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah.
Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
Oh shit. Dude looks like a lady. Yeah, man.
Yeah, inshallah. I don't know, man. Alhamdulillah, I just thank Allah for
Does
being on the-
Modine believe in Allah infallible and has he unseen knowledge? If yes,
Look,
where
at
has
the
the
end of the
knowledge?
day, listen, you man, yeah? I'm just gonna say this.
A what?
I just want to say that I just need your prayers, innit? Your prayers are important to me. And inshallah, I want to go now because I'm tired. I don't know what to talk about. I've just run out of things to talk about. I've talked about so much things. Let me talk about talking, for example. The prophets, all the prophets of God, yeah, all the prophets of God came down to talk. So there's no point staying silent. You got to talk. If you got knowledge, you got to spread it. If you got something, listen. Let me tell you something. Is this going to be on the internet?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's live, G. You know bigger than
Fucking live, man. What are you talking about?
No. Is this going to be like? Is this going to be like on COE proper? It's not deleted, is it?
Nah.
Okay, let me tell you something. You lot, listen.
Go on.
When you do a sin, every time you do a sin, you get bad luck. And when you get bad luck, you either get pain, you get depression,
Unless
you
you
get
get
sadness.
forgiven.
I know, unless you get forgiven. So try not to do sins so you have a good life. If you want a good life by doing sins, it's not going to happen. You're just going to end up having a worse life. I advise people to just talk and talk and talk because you never know. One day, the words that you might say.
in Iraq, innit?
Yeah, one day the words that you might say change someone's life. Give someone encouragement. Talk about the Deen. The Deen, obviously I say alhamdulillah for the Deen. Alhamdulillah for the Deen, yeah, because without the Deen I'm nothing. I'll be dead. I'll be in prison. Like the Muslim brother I saw today, the Jamaican brother, he said to me that all his friends died and went prison, but because he took Islam, he got saved. So alhamdulillah, like, if you're going to take Islam and be a good Muslim, you're going to be saved from prison, you're going to be saved. But obviously, remember the angels are sent by Allah to come down and protect the believers when they pray and make dua. So obviously, all the prophets of God, 124,000 prophets, they all came talking. They never came silent, they all talked. So no matter what you do, never stop talking. Never stop giving.
Modine, they were prophets. We're just normal people.
I know, but what after the prophets, the good people have to talk.
Yeah.
So you got to keep talking. You can't just stay silent, man. You can't just stay silent all your life. You got to talk. You got to talk every day. You got to talk. Maybe you change someone's life, and then if you change this life, imagine how many rewards you'll get. So why are you going to be quiet and talk about worldly stuff when it's not important? You should be talking about the Deen. You should be talking about explaining the meaning of the Quran, explaining to people about the Deen. Explaining to people about marriage, explaining to people that when you get married, you're blessed forever, you're going to be rich. Explaining hadiths from the Prophet Muhammad and Ahlul Bayt. Not saying silent and going to clubs and drinking and doing all these things that's going to take you to hell. No, it's true, yeah? If you got bad friends, they're going to fuck you up, they're going to take you to clubs, they're going to make you drink. You need to choose your friends wisely.
Who's Sabrina? Hey, Modine, have you got a chick called Sabrina?
Yeah, how do you know?
When are you going to marry your chick called Sabrina?
I saw her today. I just saw her from Hyde Park, but she's a nice woman, man. Big up Sabrina, man. But she's big her up, but I don't know. I haven't married her.
You know, Velle's got the inside info. You know?
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, brothers, yeah, is that you got to keep talking. You can't stay silent, even though there's people that will want to shut you up because they don't want to hear. Their demons don't want to hear you talk. Because if you talk, you might change the world with your words. But remember, always talk politely, always talk calmly, always talk nicely. Maybe one word, respect, maybe one word will change someone's life. Maybe someone now is going through depression and you said something that changed his life and he stopped from being depression. How many of you viewers are depressed right now? How many people you got online right now?
192.
Out of you 192 people, yeah? All of you subscribe to Modine, first of all. Second, Second of all, after you subscribe, I want you to pray for me. I want you to throw in a prayer because I need it more than you lot.
He does.
Third of all, now out of 190 of you, I bet 100 of you got depression. I bet £100. I'll put £100 that 100 of you got depression. I know you're sad.
Everyone's going through hard times.
Yeah,
It's
everyone.
difficult out here.
Now, there's some people having a good life, trust me. Few people. Now,
You know what? I just took off my mask, innit?
listen to this, yeah? Listen to this. Listen to this. What I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say.
Hey, don't bait me up, man.
What I'm trying to
You
say.
know what? I don't like recording people without their permission, innit?
Yeah, don't bait me up, man.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, look what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say, listen, what I'm trying to say, I was depressed the other day, and a boy called me and said, yeah, Mo, walk one. I said, walk one. He's like, yeah. I said, what's up? Are you coming out? I never came out. That's not good. You need to sometimes come out your house and go for a walk or go for a... If you stay at home, you're gonna get depressed sometimes. You gotta go out. Yes, K.
Oh man.
Yes, the man.
Oh man.
Yeah,
what up?
I did already. To who? I did today, man. You missed it.
To who?
To James and them lot.
To Jedi, bro.
No, I did. To Jedi. I made a video on TNT yesterday in the night, about an hour ago. Yeah, I said that I'm cool with Jedi.
Cold as a
did you apologize? No, yeah. When I saw him, I did.
Okay. Is that on camera?
Yeah. No, that wasn't on camera. But after, because he didn't want to be on camera, so then they brought the camera, and then I explained that Jedi didn't know what was, because he didn't see them two football guys. He just saw the red cap boy. So I
Red cap boy. He's thinking, why are you running from red cap?
So Jedi, now I'm cool with Jedi. I'm cool with Jedi.
But you said like the thing you said when Abdul Rahman was there.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Exactly like, oh, we the Muslims. No,
that was wrong. Isa, listen, everyone. I apologize. Isa's here. But is Jedi gonna see this?
Of whoever, other people will comment.
All right,
I'm just saying.
All right, if Jedi sees this,
It hasn't gone back that far.
You apologize. Isa, tell
big up Jedi, yeah?
No, listen, tell them what happened.
And look out for the debate.
You're Modine. Haji got to do Christmas for you.
You mentioned it on camera.
No, Haji. Bro, Haji. Christmas for
Haji's on to you. Hey, Modine, brother Haji's on to you.
If you keep mentioning his name.
No, but I'm saying it's cool.
All I'm saying is this: is that I saw a video where you were saying that Muslims need to unite, and the kuffar and this and that. You got brothers to defend.
You always say something.
And you made it seemed like, and other people commented, as though you were saying that Jedi's an enemy kuffar.
No.
That's what I'm saying. From what you listen.
Right now.
I swear, I made the video. I just wanted to say, there's better dunya saying. I just want to say in front of Isa that Jedi is my guy, and what I said was wrong. And I'm cool with Jedi. I saw him today. We squashed it. It's cool. I'm good. He's a lovely guy. And Allah. And Isa obviously is just want to. What do you want to call it? Referee.
No. I was just saying.
He wanted to advise you on the camera.
He said advising.
No, what Issa wanted to do, he wanted to advise you on the camera when you're speaking about Jedi.
No, I was wrong. I admit I was wrong.
Hey, tell them about upcoming debate discussion. Tell them about upcoming debate discussion. You what? Tell them about upcoming debate discussion. Mine and yours? Yeah. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Where's the camera? On me? Okay, so inshallah, our poor brother Kalam has made some really big errors in regards to defending Christianity and talking about the Torah.
Don't read out everything. Just keep the comments in your head, bro.
So. Unfortunately, Kalam stepped out of his arena, trying to talk about the Trinity and so on, and trying to put it on the same level of the Islam of the Quran and Tawheed in Islam. It's not happening. Awaloon. That's what he says. Don't worry, I'll teach you Arabic, brother Hamid. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to pronounce it.
Bro, Haji's proper like.
They need to apologise for what they said about the Imams. They need to apologise. In fact, his Arabic ain't that good, but that's irrelevant. The point is he gets refuted by...
He says,
Bayat Al-Ghadir refute them all the time. So let's see.
And tighten someone up for once.
And Titans TV, there you go. But I'm saying...
I just want to say, he says...
He's what you think of Bro Haji's channel?
I haven't watched it.
Like, he's even debunking all your things, man.
I don't really care. But anyway,
Upcoming debate, baby. Upcoming debate.
I'm saying Kalam needs some correction. Inshallah, keep an eye out for Titans TV. He's a great black intellectual Muslim.
will be annihilated.
You're not that great, bro. You got deep off too many times, man. You're not that great.
It's great black intellectual. That's fine. That's fine. Your opinions are devalued and they don't mean nothing.
Ah,
But anyway,
that's to you.
Kalam,
Your opinions are subjective. No, I'm not going to speak as
Molding, no, you're on my side right now. You're on my side right now,
As I was saying, Kalam has passed his place and stepped out of his lane, trying to talk about the Tawheed of Islam. So obviously, Isa the great black intellectual has to come and put him in his place and assist him in his growth and evolution and steer him onto the right path and the right course, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
Well, y'all already know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna be a straight murder.
You see, that's the suicide. So what he's trying to say is, he's going to suicide himself off before I come. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. You're not going to have suicide chemic. There's no suicide chemic going on here.
You already know.
Praise him up and make him think he's going to whip it. Oh, no, don't say that, bro. I'm saying very simple.
Tell him.
I've seen the mistakes and errors Kalam make. You know what, let's give an example.
And this is the same Kalam, and this is the same Kalam that said Titan and that Titan, yeah? Tan is talking truth. This is the same Kalam, keep that in your head, yeah?
Anyway.
The man that says nigga on camera, yeah, and he wants to, and this is the person that he said that's talking truth.
Don't
Nah,
put
bro,
my
your mouth.
Don't let them words
come out your mouth. It just did, bro, it just did.
Anyways, they always want to get into the...
Using the N-word, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said, no, wait, let me clarify something. Okay, Tan said the word nigger, and this guy, Titan, is saying that he talks the truth.
Listen.
And I'm saying the nigger in the derogatory way. It's just a word, man. Is it? Did it hurt you? Did it hurt you?
You shouldn't say it.
Did it hurt you? Did you hurt it? Words are words, bro. Words are words.
At the same time, know your place.
Words are words.
At the same time, know your place.
Wallahi, I didn't know it like that.
Okay.
I didn't mean it like that.
You didn't mean it like that, but
I
you
know
know
what
it
it
like
means.
that. Okay.
But Tan knows what it means.
All right.
And you know he knows what it means.
So I beg of you. Go over there, Go over there, man. We're having a discussion right now. Go ahead.
Kalam.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let me give a little taste of the reputation he's getting. So you claimed something to do with the God of Christianity being one in essence and having three personalities. So can you elaborate on what you said?
Okay. So the Christian version of the Trinity is this, right? There is one essence, okay, with three...
Was this something you're backing, by the way, or are you just speaking on their behalf as a barrister?
It's just what it is, right? So there is three hypostations to the one essence, right? Three hypostations to the one essence.
Three
hypostation.
Hypostation.
Yeah.
Can you please define the word hypostation?
Okay. So hypostasis literally means hypo, meaning to be underneath, as in hyper means to be above something, and stasis means to be standing still, basically. So the essential, right? So underneath the essential nature of what it is to be God, right? There is three distinct identities.
Okay.
Right. So for example, with inside of Islam, right? I'm just giving you an example. Right? Inside of Islam, Allah is one being, but there is different essential attributes inside of Allah, outside of His external attributes.
Did any one of Allah's attributes become a man and do anything on earth?
Did one of Allah's
attributes come on earth as a man and do anything?
Okay, so Allah's attribute of speech manifested upon the earth during the time of Moses and speaking throughout the bush. Yes.
So Allah, it came as a man and done something.
I didn't say it came as a man.
Well, my question was, did any of Allah's attributes come down as a man? That was the question.
Oh, did one of his attributes? Yes, it did.
Allah's attributes?
Yes.
Which one was that?
His speech.
His?
Speech.
Which was?
His speech. Came down. His speech.
As a man?
Yes.
What was that man called?
The man's name was called Isa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying Isa was the speech of Allah?
Yeah.
Yes? Beautiful. Okay. Is that facing both of us? Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
But I want it, before you jump it over here, I would like to first refute your Christian perspective.
Okay.
Then deal with you and correct you when you're talking about Allah's attributes.
Yeah, life calls people nigger all the time.
And trying to compare them to what you said with your
So it's nothing
hypostasis. So can you please elaborate on your hypostasis and your three basic manifestations?
So in what the Christians call the Trinity, or the three hypostases of the Christian Trinity, right? They give it to you in an anthropomorphic / relationship.
Battery's low though.
Way, right?
Yes.
But I want to strip that away, okay? Because they also utilize functions as well, right? So for example, let me give you an example, right? You have the Father, right?
and then it's a relationship with the son. It's also anthropomorphic, right? Because it's, you know, when you think of a father, you're thinking of a man. You think of a son, you're thinking of somebody who's younger than him, right?
Or a daughter, yeah.
No, son. You can't have a daughter that's a son.
No. I'm saying you said when you think of a father, you said. When you think of a father,
I see the daughter that's a son.
Yeah, you think of a son. I'm saying you can think of a father and a daughter.
No, I said the father. You think of somebody who's an old man, right?
Yeah, but you said when you think of a father, you think of a son. So a father can have a daughter as well.
Scratch anyway. Yeah. So one of the you know, names or titles or epithets of the son, right, is also called the logos. Okay, which literally means speech, word, reasoning, and so forth, right? So that's the functional way of actually utilizing the name, right? Functional instead of the relationship or the anthropomorphic way, right? So you have that, the logos, which is the speech. Then you have the father, which is the power, the authority, the will itself, right? And then also you have something over here, which is the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, but it's also called the wisdom as well.
But you're here watching.
You're with me, right? So these are the three different hypostases that makes
boring,
one
but you're here
being
watching.
known as God.
Okay, beautiful.
The pastor is boring.
You kind of come with what the Kabbalistic
one person.
type of
One
explanation or the esoteric.
It's the Christian,
the
Jewish.
One homeless
bitch. Okay. Right. Here's the problem.
You know you ain't got nothing right now.
No, but that's fine. That's fine. I wanted you to continue on where you talked about the essence and the three hypo.
Yeah. So again, so there's one essence, yeah, which is
One
eternal.
essence.
One essence, which is eternal, right?
One essence.
One essence. One essence. Yeah. But to describe the essence, we say that essence has a will, right? We also say that essence has an intellectual capacity, right? There's intellectual principle about it, right? Then we also say, as well as having intellect, it also has the ability to store information and recall information, which is therefore called wisdom. Right? And those are the three things that existed
and
in
each one manifest
eternality.
as. Now, if you look up Blavatsky and a lot of these esoteric,
spade, innit?
They come along with a lot of this Christian Kabbalistic esoteric thing.
Yeah.
But let's go down what you're trying to say in relation to and comparing it to the Islamic paradigm, which is the problem.
I think Islam has this very same paradigm.
That's fine. So, you see, the problem is, you're saying there's these three as the essential nature.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit.
Yep.
Does it ever change? In anything it does?
Change. No.
Does it ever manifest?
Yes.
It does. Can you give us an example?
In your scripture or in the Bible?
I'm a rich woman.
Okay. So it manifests inside of like various different prophets. In order for them to receive revelation or wahi, there is a Holy Spirit or the Sakina.
She 19. I said stop
or
lying.
the Qudus Ruh or the Qudus Ruh comes down and incarnates into them.
Okay.
I never intimidate anyone, making people.
But it remains as it is as a spirit.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay.
I like
brilliant.
people thinking they have a chance.
So which one? The
Big
logos
up
you're
one
saying
one, yeah?
becomes the
Super
son,
trap,
correct?
Yes.
The logos.
Yes. In its relationship form.
Okay. So the problem I have here is you seem to have a malfunctioning God.
Okay.
Because they were working in harmony for 4,000 years. Yes? Creating, doing all kind of things.
Prior to 4,000.
No, I'm saying the Christian, a lot of their paradigm, they're talking about Adam to Jesus is 4,000 years. We're just cutting it short. Yeah? The basic. So now this malfunctioning being, the Logos now, comes down and had 4,000 years to get used to the fact that he's supposed to be coming down here for only 33 years. 4,000 years. 33 years, 1 day of suffering. And he opposes the will of the Father, or shall I say, he has an issue with what his purpose was. So the Logos part of this thing is getting confused. You would say the Christian God that Kalam's presenting has psychological issues. Because the Logos is now saying, after 4,000 years of agreeing, working in harmony, that we're going to come down, you're going to die for the sins of the world and come back up. It's now praying to another part of itself to let this not happen. Pass this cup away from me. I tell you, their God has multiple personality disorder and all kind of psychological function. Discombobulated brain. That's why a lot of them that follow it are also discombobulated. Now, please, I want you to understand, when Allah's names are manifested, so to speak.
So do you have a problem with the Trinity, what I've explained to you so far? Then?
I just gave an example.
Oh, that was your example.
If you just said,
Okay, go
God, the concept of God is God has will, He has speech. What does He want? Wisdom. I mean, but to be honest, they don't really coincide in the way you put them. Because wisdom, yeah.
How long you stay there?
I will be. I just wanted to
Yeah.
Kalam. Because he tried to say something about the. All right, let's
What are you
just.
saying? What, you wanted
we
to
might
take
go
this?
deeper
You
a
wanted
bit
to take
later.
this to McDonald's?
No. Let's just
take McDonald's.
Give me like a couple, few more minutes.
Let's go McDonald's. Let's go McDonald's.
Let's just do a touch up on what you tried to say about Allah being similar to this, please.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to show you an example?
No, just what you said about Allah on a channel.
Yeah.
And you said the throne was eternal, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay. So, do you disagree with that?
I definitely do.
Okay, cool.
Indeed.
So,
Callum, you're gonna walk up to
I
McDonald's.
don't understand what's so bad
I'm going
about
this way.
supporting
Going this way.
IRA if you're IRA.
Bear with me. All right, so we talk about, I spoke on my channel, right, that you guys have the same concept of the Trinity, right? But you utilize different symbolic language to describe the Trinity. What I mean by that is, before creation, right, there was Allah, right? And before creation, obviously, that's before time, before space, before all of those things there, right?
Wait, give me 2 minutes and then we're going to...
We're nice, yeah? We're nice. We're there. Before time, before space, before creation, there was Allah. And Allah...
He's mentioned 2 key words.
And Allah is described...
time and space. And it's over for Kalam. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Allah is described objectionally or objectively or personification within side of objects, right? And there is 3 distinct objects that's mentioned, just like the Trinity, right? We all know what those 3 objects are. Do we? Muslims here, do we know what those 3 objects are?
No,
we know there is the Arsh, which is the throne, right? Then there is also the what?
I feel bad about this.
Kalam, the pen, right? And then there's also, right? There's also what? There's also what? The kitab or the law, which is the tablet or the book.
The man's not supposed to just...
You said soul.
Just turn around and back.
No, the soul.
You said soul.
No. The soul.
Is that good? Nafs. You said nafs.
Nafs is the anthropomorphic version.
No. You mentioned these and then you said nafs. No. Now he's saying the tablet.
This is what I'm saying.
He must have went and reread.
No. This is what I'm saying to you. I'm giving to you the personification of an object rather than anthropomorphic form. I can give it to you in the anthropomorphic form.
No. You said the pen.
Yeah.
The throne and the nafs.
No, not the nafs.
Go watch your show again.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let me just say, I don't know what I said, but I may have said that because it's equivalent to the same thing. But I'm giving it to you in its objective form.
I'm saying, if I've said I've come to refute, or correct you, and then you change what you said, just like you did in our debate about Allah being enemy.
Okay,
so we need to say something
right now, I'm giving it to you in the form of objects, right? It also exists.
Objects then, it was the throne then, and the pen. They're 2 objects.
No, but the third one is also the book or the tablet.
Yes, brother. Somebody can take this.
Please. So those are the 3 objects, right? Now the
bless you. Come on, bless up.
It's equivalent to the nafs.
Hey, bless you.
Right?
You see, now we're starting to agree.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And the throne is what?
The throne will be the throne will be the power, the authority, and the will. Okay. The pen would literally be as what it is. It's to do with knowledge. It's to do with speech. It's to do with intellection.
Let's get this right. Basically, what we got here is this. The first thing you asked the audience, what was the first thing Allah created? Right?
Yep.
The Kalam, the pen.
That's what some scholars say.
Right? And the intellect. Did you know that? The supreme intellect, the universal intellect.
The universal intellect is the Kalam.
No. That's what I'm saying. The 2 sides of the same coin.
They're the same thing, yeah.
Did anyone mention that on your show? The intellect.
Nobody did mention it, but it's the same thing.
No, you're saying that now because I'm teaching. Right?
It's not you teaching. I've already made it clear when I was speaking about the Trinity that the logos is the divine principle of the intellect. Of course.
Did you mention it on your show when you mentioned the pen and the nafs and the throne?
To be honest with you, I don't recall.
Thank you very much. But anyway, that's
But it's the same thing.
You're coming back. Well, if I mention
let's not even go there because I'm agreeing with you. You're agreeing with me. So let's move on.
But I'm just saying I don't want you to change it next time.
Because Leon's light's gone off. Is Leon over there? I'm saying Leon's light's gone off, innit?
That's not where we're looking, Isa. That's not where we're looking. Is there any way you get that number?
No, on this still.
Call him.
Yes, brother.
Hey, Leon!
Hey, listen, phone Jeddah, phone
I
Jeddah.
can't ring him, man. Oh, this on the live stream right now, man.
Hey, listen, what's everyone saying? Listen, if anyone sees this,
Hey,
yeah,
where's my brother?
tell Jeddah, listen, anyone sees this, tell Jeddah I got love for Jeddah, yeah. And what I said was wrong. And I don't know why I said that, man. But I got love for Jeddah. Jeddah is my brother, innit? And I know Jeddah will back it, innit? So I didn't mean to say that. Anyone sees this, talk to Jeddah. Tell him that Mo Deen shows you love. And Jeddah is my brother, and I know Jeddah will back it. But it was just a misunderstanding, innit? I just want people to know that. I don't know how to contact Jeddah. I saw him here. I said to him I got love for him. It was a misunderstanding. I was just gassed, man.
Hey, Kalam.
Combo finish, yeah? Yeah, just show Jeddah. Everyone should.
Turn off the mic and the mic and the thing for me, please.
Yeah, just I feel so bad in my heart what I said and what I did. So just show Jeddah. If you talk to Jeddah, anyone knows him, just tell him that I got love for him.
Hey, when you go past McDonald's, I beg you to shout my brother.
Okay.
What you talk about you barging on Jeddah's thing?
Yeah. No, because I also said that.
Go on, we got our barrister on site, mate. Always available, 24 hours a day, yeah? Paid by the hour as well.
I want to say in front of the camera that first of all, Jeddah is a good guy, yeah? Second of all, Jeddah, yeah, I know he would have backed me. if he saw me getting rushed, or some man's trying to rush me, I know
the mic here, you got to lift up, there's I'll tell you what, yeah, hold.
Is that what I said was wrong? That on Mr. X.
Hold this for a second. Let me talk to you.
I was like, no, the way I said it, like I was like,
quickly, we're gonna finish the discussion next time. Times TV, man like Isa, the great black intellectual Muslim. Oh man,
you're rough. Yo, that man said you man call yourself Rafidi.
No,
These man call yourself Rafidi.
I'm Muslim. They're the Rafidi. They're the rejectors. They reject the true Islam and the 12
No, but are you listening? These man were telling me, yeah, that man actually call themselves Rafidi.
They do.
But I said it was derogatory.
No, it is, but I feel it's like the N-word and people taking it on.
Okay,
That's what I see.
Okay.
Because I'm saying, if you're